Yeah, they
Okay.
said it was fine, but we're live. We're back. Hopefully, the connection's fine. Still kind of a mystery of what's going on there, but just gotta cross our fingers here. I will let those guys know. Oh shoot! I mean, I think they'll just update it and see it.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get the notification. Yeah, good reminder to hit the notification bell so you get the push notification anytime we go live.
Yeah, yeah, and also a good reminder because I just updated the Discord link for anyone interested. Oh, I think I just have to wait. Hold on one second. Like, there we go. Okay, they can see us now. I just had something covered. Okay, we're visible now.
All right.
I just updated the Discord link as well because it expired after 7 days. So now you guys can freely click on the Discord link and join anytime. You know, it's got no expiry. So reminder to do so as we're firing up our Discord.
Yeah. So yeah, let's catch up on the live chat. I took screenshots of what everyone else had written from the previous stream before we had to reset there. So yeah, we will make sure that we didn't miss anything. So we'll pick up where we left off here. So we were just answering the Hall's questions. He said start through these five: AJ Brown, Ladd, Abuka, Rome, Henderson. So yeah, Ladd is home against the Raiders. Abuka is playing the Cardinals. He's also at home. And then let's see, who does Henderson play this week?
Henderson plays the Giants.
Okay, man, that's a must start. That we saw what Gibbs did. So I mean, Giants are just allowing huge plays to running backs. So yeah, I mean, I think Henderson's a must start. So he's definitely one of the three you're starting. And then AJ Brown has been heating up. I mean, he did have the good matchup against the Cowboys last week. This week he's playing the
Bears.
Black Friday game against the Bears. That's another good matchup.
Yeah, yeah, it is a good matchup. Like he's coming off a good game, man. Like that's the issue with the three. Those what three? Who's the fifth one? I know there's the three receivers there that kind of been up and down. Rome, Ibuka, and Odunze, and then there's Henderson. Who's the fifth one? Ladd.
Oh,
Ladd.
Lad, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean that's tough because a lot of those three receivers, man, they've been up and down. I mean, what I'll say is if Baker's just like not playing, then I'm just gonna cross Ibuka off the board.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even like know what to even expect from Teddy Bridgewater if that's even anything. So
Yeah.
let's just assume for a moment Baker's not playing. I mean, we'll figure out I guess at the end here if we're if Baker is playing if it even matters. I want to fire up Henderson just off the workload. Everything was there. It's a great matchup. You know, hey, we were touting tooting last week, especially me, and then he just went back to his old workload. I mean, I guess it's still in the range of outcomes for Henderson. I don't want to like get too ahead of myself, but
Mhm.
like at this point, like I'm gonna just keep firing him up, obviously until I get burned. It's an awesome matchup. Yeah, Gibbs just went nuclear on them. I'm just gonna trust it, especially when a lot of these guys have been so up and down. So I mean, I want to start AJ Brown as bad as it's
Yeah.
been, especially against the Bears. You agree with that?
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with Brown. I agree with Henderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably lean toward benching Ibuka,
Yeah.
knowing Baker might not be in there. So yeah, I guess it comes down to ladder Rome. Which way are you leaning there?
Yeah, the Raiders are just a terrible team. I mean, I guess you could just there's maybe a risk of them like beating up the Raiders like
Yeah.
crazy, but like honestly, I think we've seen them play. I think we saw them play the Raiders maybe already this year. I could be wrong. They played a bad team and they got in a pretty good shootout. I'm just gonna start Ladd against the Raiders like in a good matchup.
Yeah.
I think Rome could be startable, but the basically like Caleb Williams is like not fantasy, but like in like person, actual real life play. It's been pretty
Yeah.
inconsistent as far as the accuracy goes.
Right.
I'm just gonna trust the Ladd personally. I mean, it's so tough, man. All those guys are like basically in the exact same tier.
Yeah, I think Ladd's probably the safest option there. And it sounds like Nahal agrees with us because he's
Okay.
saying that he's leaning toward AJ Brown, Ladd, and Henderson. So yeah,
Oh,
all
okay.
three of us are thinking alike. So
Well,
I think
yeah,
I would go with those three.
yeah. If we're all thinking all those three, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah. So with that said, now you know that
Yeah,
Abuka and Rome are going to be the two best of those five.
yeah.
So no, but start the other three. Start the
That's
other
the toughest
three.
part. Those are some good players, man. I mean, how
Yeah.
can you sit even Rome
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
guys? up and down.
And then Nahal says no Devonta Smith, probably. Oh, is Devonta? Actually, I think Devonta Smith, did he practice fully today? I thought I heard.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, we just made that trade in waste management, and I knew he didn't practice, and I completely forgot about that. I didn't click on his player card or anything. I'm gonna check that out.
Right. Okay, yeah, look that up while I read the rest of his comment here. But yeah, Nahal says no Devonta probably, so AJ should eat, and I don't know if I trust Teddy. He looked like some I guess I'll translate it to poop butt against the Rams.
Yeah. I don't know. He didn't look too interested in playing from the little I saw of it, but yeah, Smitty didn't practice today, so as of right now, it's the AJ Brown show. We'll keep an eye on that. But honestly, I was kind of just and he's sick. It's an injury and he's sick, so
okay.
Triple homicide, Nahal says. So yeah, I mean for now, I mean I wasn't even really like factoring in. I didn't when I said to start AJ Brown, by the way. So even better.
Yeah. And then Nahal says it's Dave Canales' fault. He was averaging 6 yards per carry, and he only got 6 carries. Oh, talking about Rico Dowdle. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, especially with all those Panthers interceptions. Like, you'd think, the Panthers would have had ample opportunity to run the ball. So it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then, Nahal also says Canales came out and said that they should have run more and took accountability. Yeah, just like you mentioned earlier, Blake. So, yeah, and that's good. That's good to hear at least. So definitely gives you some hope for, starting Dowdle this week for anyone that has them. And then Hall also says start 3 of these: Judkins, Brees, Abuka, Tet. Okay, so 3 of these 4 we got to start: Judkins, Brees, Abuka, Tet. So we talked about Abuka. We'll probably eliminate him. I mean, Tet's pretty much a must start most weeks.
Yeah. I mean, he is playing the Rams. Like that's.
Oh, okay.
That's a very tough matchup.
Right. It's a tough matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Abuka. Like I do want to play him if Baker's playing, but like just like even with okay options, it's just Nahal's were so good.
Brees has a great matchup home against the Falcons. I mean, I don't think their run defense is very good.
Yeah, they've been beaten up. So I mean, Brees has also kind of been awesome. Minus just he hasn't really been scoring touchdowns. Like,
yeah,
you just never know. I mean, I would say like I'm okay playing him. I know that like other people don't really love Brees, but he's been pretty good. So I do like him. And what's the other option here? Judkins.
And then the last player was Judkins. So yeah, who does Judkins play this week? It's the 49ers. Right? So yeah, that's actually a decent matchup, and it is in Cleveland. So I could see a solid Judkins game there. So so we're starting 3 of these 4. So I think I'd probably lean toward benching Abuka. Not that you can't start him, but I think I just like the other options better. I think I would start Judkins. I think I would start Tet despite the matchup and just have faith in him and the talent. And then the last player was Brees Hall. He has a good matchup. So yeah, I would bench Abuka there.
Yeah, I mean I'd agree if I know Teddy's playing. If Baker plays though, I cannot sit Ibuka. I mean, everything's been really solid for Ibuka. Basically, just by the way, he has like a 48% like in his down however many weeks it's been, 48% catchable target rate, which is like, I mean, like so low of a percentile that I think that's not even sustainable to be like getting that inaccurate a ball. So, I mean, he kind of went from overperforming to really like underperforming what he's like. The targets have been there, so I do want to play. I'm playing Ibuka if like absolutely over Tet if Baker plays, and I'm just gonna trust it. But if Teddy's playing, that's probably enough for me to just pray that Tet's better. I mean, again, Ibuka's been in the single digits, and getting Ted Bridgewater isn't gonna help. So again, pretty all 4 similar plays like with the information we got right now. Like,
well, right. I mean, that's that's why I was asking the question. It's these tough decisions. So definitely a tough one there. And then we have Connor Yates in the chat. That sounds like a new name. So welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're still around because this is a screenshot from the previous stream since we had to reset. But Connor, if you're still watching, you ask, would you start Marvin Harrison or Michael Wilson if Harrison plays? Interesting question.
Okay, sorry.
Basically just says, would you start Marv or Michael Wilson if Marv is active?
Look, I'm sorry, Michael Wilson. I really am. Like, I would go as far to say as like as long as again you're not sitting like really really good players. Like if you're in a 12 or 14 team league or a dynasty, like honestly, I'm gonna just fall for it. I'm just gonna start Michael Wilson until proven otherwise. Even with Marv back, as long as I don't have like obvious
Yeah.
situations. Like he's just been so damn good. Like 3 yards per route run. I mean, this is like elite. It's only a couple of games, but I mean, they're even talking about in press conferences like how they're gonna, I don't know how they're gonna get Michael Wilson involved with Marv's coming back. And I mean,
Okay.
who knows? I don't know. I want to be open to it. So sorry, what is the other option? Did you say it? I completely
Yeah,
forgot.
start Marv or start Michael Wilson.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it was like a different player. Yeah,
No, no.
I'm starting Michael Wilson. That's right.
Okay. I mean, it sounds so wrong, and I love Marv, but first week back and everything, like I'll just start a hot Michael Wilson. But I mean, I don't think it'd be crazy to start Marv over him, but I'd probably just personally start Michael Wilson until let's let Marv get acclimated. He's coming back from surgery. Let's let him kind of ease into things.
It's not like he just, I don't know, took a vacation. Like he's coming back from, I mean, technically like a bit of a surgery, right? To get your appendix removed.
Yeah, so who knows? You know what I mean? I mean, even like Ricky Pearsall's been really quiet since he's come back from injury. So who knows how much of that is health related versus maybe he's just not playing well or maybe, whatever. I mean, it could be a million different things, variables. But in any case, when in doubt, give the guy a week back, let him get, let yourself see him out there, look good and be healthy. And then you can feel better about starting him later.
Especially with what Michael Wilson's been doing the last 2 weeks. So
exactly. He's just been so hot. You just have to hope it continues and just ride the hot hand.
Yeah, and by the way, before you go to another one here, I'm excited because we'll get to this one very shortly. Is Funky G, aka Gabe, just joined the Discord. So
yeah,
appreciate
awesome.
you joining the Discord, man. Welcome. And he said he dropped a start sit in the Discord. So we'll get to that here shortly.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's just finish getting through the screenshots so then we can catch up with the Discord question and then the actual live chat for the stream we're actually on right now. So we're doing our best here. So yeah, we'll try to roll through the rest of these. Zixta says, I now have a 3-quarterback conundrum. Had Goff and Dart and ended up picking up Purdy because Goff had a really bad matchup and Dart has been out. Dart and Purdy are on bye next week, so I need to keep Goff, but hate to keep rostering 3 quarterbacks. Okay, so if you had those 3 quarterbacks right now, you have Dart, Goff, and Purdy. It's not ideal to be rostering all 3 of those. So what are you doing with roster management? Are you cutting one of them? What are you doing?
I'm cutting one of them. I mean, unless there's some really obvious reason not to cut one that I don't know. I mean, actually, I think I have all 3 of these guys in a quarterback room in the league. I just want to see what Goff's actual schedule is. I know he plays in all these dome games, which is awesome. But who's he actually playing? I mean,
I know Purdy's schedule's pretty good, but yeah, we should look at Goff's too.
He gets the Rams in week 15, and then Pittsburgh, and then again, apparently Minnesota is like a bad quarterback matchup. I kind of think maybe it's a bad quarterback matchup because like teams can pound the rock on them and kind of just like get up, and especially I don't know, like it's not even like that competitive game if McCarthy's back there. I don't know, but again, the Lions can completely run it up. So. I mean, look, I think Purdy's got like literally like a top quarterback matchup the rest of the way. At the same time, I really don't want to like cut Goff. So to me, like I would just say like, who do you like more? Like they both have some pretty strong schedules. Yeah, the indoor games for Goff. I know Purdy's coming off the bad game, but again, strong schedule. He's only getting healthier. And then Dart you just keep because he's the best out of those so far. So.
And then of course, I think. I think it was mentioned in the comment, but Purdy does have a bye in week 14, so that makes it tricky as well. So like next week, if Dart isn't back, although I mean I assume Dart's probably back by then. I mean he might even be back for the Monday night game for all we know. Yeah. But that makes it even trickier. It's not like you can just start Purdy the rest of the year. Like he's on bye next week.
Yeah, Dart's like back. I mean, I don't know if it's like he's logging full practices. So
is he? Okay.
You can count on him being back at 99%.
Sure. Okay, so then you probably don't have to worry too much about Purdy's bye because you can just start Dart that week. So yeah, I could see the case for keeping Purdy over Goff. I guess it also kind of depends on like what player are you picking up off of waivers if you drop one of these quarterbacks. I mean if you're picking up Isaiah Hodgins, okay, maybe just keep 3 quarterbacks. But if you're picking up someone worthwhile. Yeah. Then it's probably just between Goff and Purdy, and I mean, I guess they're similar quarterbacks, so I guess maybe you lean toward the better schedule with Purdy, keeping him.
Yeah, I mean, again, I really don't have like that. I know you'll probably want to go like Goff with the Lions and everything. I mean, and I'm a big Purdy guy. Like, I would genuinely say, just who do you like more? I think they're really comparable. I'm just gonna see,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, Purdy does get. I mean, I think he actually literally has like he maybe has the number one schedule. He gets Tennessee in week 15.
Hmm.
Like they're just a pretty damn easy matchup. Week 16, it looks like Indianapolis is bad, but like I don't know, they've are always like
Yeah.
a one to target.
Yeah.
And then they get Chicago week 17, which has been like the place of a
Yeah.
lot of shootouts. So
I
I
guess
mean
the other thing
that's
too is like, well, I guess would you start Dart this week and just have faith that he's going to play and everything? I mean, I
yeah.
assume he's like basically off the injury report at this point.
Yeah, I would just fire up Dart. I mean, that's my guy. I mean, he's like
Okay.
I don't even like really care, I guess, about like what's going on between Brock and Goff because I just want to start Dart every week until
Yeah.
proven otherwise. So
So maybe it's not even that critical a decision. I mean, as long as Dart stays healthy, which I guess isn't a sure thing because he's always seemed to be getting checked for concussions and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, probably doesn't matter too much. But
yeah,
yeah, I guess who you like better between Goff and Purdy. But I could definitely see keeping Purdy over Goff just because of schedule.
yeah, I'd say just make sure you do drop one. Whatever. Even if there's, as long as it's again, yeah, not Isaiah Hodgins or something. There's got to be like
Yeah.
maybe there's a Blake Corum or something, or just some
Yeah.
nice handcuff.
Nice
Um,
handcuff. Yeah.
yeah, more important to get that guy that could actually really impact your lineup, other than a third quarterback. And then maybe for some reason you might be able to pick one of these guys back up again if you need, or a similar pickup, right? So
Yeah. And then last question from the old stream. Nahal says, if you have to drop one, drop Purdy for sure.
yeah.
Dart's damn near a top 5 quarterback, low key. Yeah, I mean, of course you're keeping Dart. So yeah, it seems like we're all kind of leaning toward dropping Goff, even though it doesn't feel good. Because Goff
I
is
mean, it's
really
so
good.
close.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so close. I mean, I'm just gonna be using the schedules basically.
yeah. And I believe, let's see.
Yeah, let's check
Yeah,
out
I
this
think
Discord one from.
yeah, that catches us all up. So yeah, let's go to the Discord question from Gabe.
Yeah, and then we'll jump back into the live stream here. And
Yeah.
Gabe says start sit Bucky Irving. That's our first Bucky tonight.
Yeah.
Lad McConkey, Kenneth Walker, or sorry, Kenneth Gainwell, who's
Okay.
pretty good, and Ted McMillan. And I would say here, Gabe, is this full PPR, half PPR? And how many do you need to start / sit here? Because you got 4 players. Do we need to start 2 of these guys, 3 of them?
Yeah. Let us know. Because that's really pretty tough to answer without that. So yeah, clarify for that for us either in the live chat or on the Discord, or maybe at some point when we're off the stream we'll even we'll respond to it on the Discord in case you're not watching right now. But yeah, one way or another, let us know. But yeah, let's catch up with the live chat and our actual current stream finally. So let's see. Okay, I've got Nahal back here, and he says Devonta Smith has a chest shoulder injury and he's sick. Okay, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is this? I feel like we already read some of these comments. Maybe you read them earlier, but
I read them as soon as we got in here.
Okay, so what comment are we on now?
We just got Gabe to reply back, by the way, so we can just finish.
Oh, okay.
He said just start one, so perfect. In full PPR, I'm just gonna eliminate Bucky this week. I haven't looked too much in. They did say that like Chris Godwin played 25% or so of snaps. They said expect maybe something similar like that. So that's enough to spook me off when I have Lad McConkey as an option. Again, he's got Kenneth Gainwell, who's been like a RB top 10 RB the last like 2 weeks, I believe. He's got a good target share, not getting all the work. So I mean, he's a legitimate option. Ted McMillan, Lad though. I mean, to me, the Ted when he got Lad as an option, I'm just gonna sit Ted personally. Even though I love Ted. I mean, Raiders are such a good matchup that. But yeah, we've seen a decent ceiling. Lately with Lad, to me, I just think he's the best play. What about you? Do you disagree, or do you like anyone else?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, I assume Lad has been maybe slightly better in points per game than Tat. I mean, I don't know if it's a huge difference, but I'm just thinking like who's been the best player this season is kind of what I want to know.
I mean, it's gotta be Lad. Like he's.
Okay.
Mean, he did have a rough start, but he's had.
He did have a slow start, but. Yeah, I mean, probably if you look, the past, like, since he started heating up, like, he's probably been the best.
I mean, they're already comparable, like, just as far as, like, what they've done and their talent. They're both good receivers. And one plays, like, literally the worst matchup you can get, just as far as like defense, like in totality, and has Bryce Young as his quarterback, and the other one has Justin Herbert's quarterback and plays the Raiders. That sounds much more appealing to me.
I'm going to go Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, looking at his matchup and looking at his recent game log, I mean, I'm seeing 29.5 fantasy points against the Bengals. Okay, it was a good matchup, but at Chicago, 18.2. Okay, that was a good matchup too. But guess what? He's got another great matchup against home against the Bills this week. So Gainwell's been hot. I mean, he's earned a role. He's played over 50% of the snaps each of the past 2 weeks. It's been a PPR scam. 8 targets, 6 targets. And of those targets, he's caught 7 and 6 of them the past 2 weeks. Had 81 receiving yards in week 11. So I'm going Kenneth Gainwell against the Bills.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Like, he actually is a pretty solid play. I mean, again, like RB5 and 9, that helps.
He gives you a high ceiling too. I mean, against your Vikings, Blake. I mean, you should know this firsthand. Week 4, put up a 30 burger against your Vikings. I mean, 19 carries, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. Caught 6 of 6 targets for 35 receiving yards. I mean, he's been a monster at times.
Yeah, no, I mean, Warren was back. I was actually shocked at like how good Gainwell was. Warren had 18 carries, but the thing is, Gainwell's been taking all the receiving work, which is really interesting. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's crazy. I would still just like lean like to the best player and Ladd still in a good matchup. But I mean, what do I know? I mean, Kenneth Gainwell's an RB1 2 weeks in a row. So,
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you could argue, and if we're talking like not just real life talent, but just as like a fantasy player, like Gainwell. I mean, when he's been given opportunity, has arguably been the best fantasy producer of all those players that Gabe listed. So, I mean, just looking at his game log, when Gainwell has gotten over 50% of the snaps, he basically has hit in 3 of those 5 weeks. The other 2 were like duds, but I mean, no one was probably starting him those weeks anyways. But I mean, it seems like this trend is going to continue. I mean, he's been good the past 2 weeks. He's been getting the work. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't continue, especially with how he's been producing. I mean, he averaged, 9.2 yards per carry last week. He's catching most of his targets. I mean, there's no reason to think his, opportunity won't continue this week. So, I'm personally going Gainwell.
Yeah, I think the only risk of that is, like Jalen Waddle was hurt, so okay, maybe he's more healthy this game. So I mean, you just never know. I mean,
Jalen Warren, you mean?
Jalen Warren, Warren could be more healthy. Maybe that's it. But again, Gainwell's been so good, I wouldn't like assume that Gainwell's going away. So I mean, I would just say funky. I mean, basically, you heard us kind of talk about it. I mean, we're on split decision, but he said that's what I was thinking. So I mean, I think he wrote that about Ladd. I mean, basically just go with whoever you personally think is like the better play there, or just feel the best about starting. I mean, again, I don't think it's crazy to like Gainwell with what he's done the last 2 weeks. So.
And then we also have Let's Get It in the chat. I want to say that's a new name. If welcome to the channel.
No. Let's Get It's been here quite a few times. He says, what's up, fellas? So how's it going? Let's Get It.
Oh, gosh. My bad. I mean, hey, we got so many people in here now. Like, I'm losing track. But, sorry about that. But Let's Get It says, having a challenging time picking 2 receivers between Brian Thomas, Marv, Myers, Romeo Dobbs, Chimere DK, and Jaden Higgins. Assuming BTJ and Marvin Harrison play. Also, if they don't play, who you think? And then he also has a defensive question, but we'll get to that after we answer the first one. So, okay, so we got to pick 2 receivers between Brian Thomas. I mean, I don't feel good about him. Probably don't feel great about Marv in his first game back if he's active.
I don't feel good about any of these guys except for, I guess, Dobbs against the Lions. Like,
yeah,
Myers, Dobbs, DK, Jaden Higgins, who's been doing much better.
I mean, Jaden Higgins has been good. I mean, like, I've been starting him like just about every week in my redraft league lately and been very happy with the results. I mean, like, he hasn't been a world beater, but he's been trending up. He's been getting, giving solid production. So I'm liking Jaden Higgins quite a bit.
Okay, so someone picked up Higgins. Mechie is available though, so replace Higgins with Mechie.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Mechie's been really good too. I mean, two good weeks in a row here. Home against the Falcons, so I don't know. Like, traditionally this year it's been a bad matchup, but I don't know if they sell some of those injuries that, I mean, because they've been kind of Jekyll and Hyde. Like, some weeks the defense plays really great, other weeks it's just been brutal. So I guess maybe just sort of think of it as like just kind of a middle of the road matchup. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what the best way to approach that is, but I do think Mechie's a solid start.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, I mean, this is disgusting. Like, you have a lot of good players. They're just kind of awful right now. So this is really, really tough. I'm gonna say Romeo Dobbs is just like a must start with the matchup against the Lions.
I agree.
Because man, yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to give Marvin a week if I can. BTJ, I want to give him a week if I can. You even got his teammate Jacoby Myers, who.
And Shamir DK has a pretty solid matchup home against the Jags. So, gosh,
and then you say it out loud, and you're like, Shamir DK or Brian Thomas or like, my God.
Right. I don't care. I don't care what the name is. Like, I'm not starting Brian Thomas until I see him back healthy, playing well.
Who did they play again? We were just talking about that. Titans. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
it was a good match.
I want to give him a week. Man, I don't know. To me, I guess it's between like Myers and DK for some reason. I don't know.
I think for me it's between DK and Higgins. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know any Jacoby Myers.
Higgins isn't an option anymore. It's Mechie.
Oh, that's right. I'm right. Yeah, my bad. Okay, well, I guess between Mechie and DK, then probably for me. Although, let me look up Jacoby Myers' game log because I don't own any of him, so I really don't know like really what he's been doing lately.
You know, he's working in.
But I mean, if Brian Thomas is back, I'm not going to be that excited about Jacoby Myers. I mean, I guess he's fine, but like I'm not excited. So I am personally probably going with I'll say Dobbs, and it's close between DK and Mechie. I'm going to say. I'll say DK. My gut's just leaning slightly DK, but that's really close between him and Mechie for me. Which way? What player are you going with in addition to Dobbs?
I'm just trying to honestly. If I'm picturing myself.
Yeah.
Let's get it in a lineup.
This is the team. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna screw back. I'm gonna say I'm gonna actually put Brian Thomas in there and just.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Just say hope for the best and hope for the. So I don't know. I don't know that that's the right play at all. I hate that. I absolutely hate it.
I mean, it might be. It might be. You never know.
I hate it. I hate it.
For them.
What I would say is like, okay, we're talking about DK and Mechie. They've been doing well. There's still no guarantee that they have a higher target share or more useful. I mean, again, like BTJ could do it. It feels really bad. I mean, if you needed to get pushed in that direction, maybe you want to hear that. I don't know, or maybe you want to hear DK. I would say I would just stay away from Myers on the new team with BTJ back. Again, maybe that's proven wrong, and you want to start Myers. I hope you get answers for next week. So I'm gonna go BTJ and Dobbs. Dan, you're going DK and Dobbs. That's tough.
Hey, but we're saying Romeo Dobbs though, so definitely go with him if nothing else.
Yeah, hopefully he comes through. We'll be rooting for Dobbs.
Yeah. And then let's see. Next up in the chat here. Shoot, where did we leave off? Oh wait, Zix. He says, fun fact, 4 former Vikings quarterbacks played on Sunday, and 3 of the 4 won. Darnold, Danny Dimes, Cousins, Bridgewater. I can't believe Bridgewater is still in the league, to be honest. Yeah, that's interesting. I just saw the report that the Vikings might try to pursue Daniel Jones. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. Like, I immediately text that to you, and my God, like, yeah, I mean, that's just so funny. I mean, they had him, they had him, and they go, and now they want him back.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he even gets to, like, I don't even know who wrote that, but, like, I doubt he even gets to free agent. Like, what are they going to do? Like, they're not going to be able to trade for him. They're going to re-sign Danny Dimes there. I mean, man, they're, like, first place in the AFC. They'd be crazy not to just pay him and try not to get screwed over. But, yeah, I mean, hey, Bridgewater didn't even get the start, so technically 3 for 3 on the start. So those former Vikings QBs, man, let me tell you.
Yeah. And then, let's see, next up in the live chat here, we have, let's see. Oh, Zixa says, any sleeper picks for tomorrow's games, DraftKings specifically? Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, Blake, do you play like much like daily fantasy?
I don't. I mean, I definitely have a couple, like, guys I've been looking at and whatnot. But, like, honestly, like, there's, like, really, really deep one. Like, really deep one. I mean, again, this could be a really good cash one. And it could give you a 0, but you're trying to win some money. Mike Gesicki. He's basically a
like that.
slot receiver. T. Higgins is out, by the way. We all know about the T. Higgins. Whatever that's, I don't even know if that's a true like actual thing that I would even care about like going into this week. It's a bonus. T. Higgins is out. Hey, Joe Burrow's gonna be back.
Yeah.
And Mike Gesicki's basically a slot receiver the way they use him. Well, guess what? The Ravens aren't very good against slot receivers. So, yeah, I mean they're pretty good against tight ends, but. I mean, we know Mike Gesicki can make a big play or score a couple touchdowns. I would say that's a fun one. I mean, I cannot guarantee you anything. He did have a few catches and targets on his first game back, though. So,
I mean, he was kind of like instantly a little bit of a factor. I was almost kind of surprised because he really hasn't done anything all year. I mean,
he was hurt.
Yeah. I mean, well, even before he was hurt, I mean, Noah Fant was like doing like just as much as Gesicki. It kind of seemed like they were kind of splitting the tight end duties and didn't seem like you could really feel great starting either of them until, Gesicki got hurt. Even then, Noah Fant was still only playing like half the snaps. So just kind of like a weird situation at tight end for the Bengals where it hasn't been like quite as startable as it was last year, where at least, last year when Higgins was out, like Gesicki was like a must start and putting up these big spike weeks. So maybe we kind of randomly get back to that between, like you said, Burrow being back and, Higgins being out again and Gesicki's back healthy. I mean, it seems like all the stars are aligning here. So I think that is a very sneaky sleeper pick there.
Yeah, I'm just looking through, like just trying to get some names going and like,
how about Xavier Worthy? I mean, maybe it's a little obvious just because the matchup's that good, but I mean, if there were ever a game this year for Worthy to get going, I mean, it would have to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I wonder what his like cash is because I mean, he's just been so bad that like it could be pretty good. And yeah, this is an absolute amazing matchup on the outside. So I mean, that's certainly one. I don't know. Maybe there's some like better ones, but like honestly, I'm seeing like this is crazy. But like again, we know Minchie's probably a pretty popular one because of what he's done. A.D. Mitchell's been getting targets. Can he connect on a touchdown, a big ball? I mean, I don't know. If he has some hands or something. I mean, A.D. Mitchell's like, again, that's like a Gesicki kind of like really, really, really deep play.
This next one is super obvious, but Andre Josevas. I'm sure everyone's picking him, so I'm sure I'm not like saying anything revolutionary here. It's pretty obvious, but like he should be a great start.
Yeah, he should be running all the routes out there, right? That's a good.
And I heard that he's gonna have a good matchup against Marlon Humphreys, who's I hear has been pretty bad this year.
Okay.
So I mean, Josevas should have a nice game here.
Yeah, no, I like that too. So two Bengals there. Zixa says it's Blake Wright. I heard you are a Vikings fan as well. And he says, "Am I in Minnesota? I'm not in Minnesota. I'm in Winnipeg. So just straight north, about 8 hours. I mean, there's like one road basically from like nearly my house to like, I don't know. I mean, it probably goes further than Minnesota as well." And he says his wife's family has had Vikings season tickets since the early 2000s. So
very cool.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good wife right there. That's a good family. I mean that would be a dream. I don't think you're probably a Vikings fan by the sounds of it. Maybe you are. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, no. He said you are a Vikings fan as well. So maybe you are a Vikings fan, Zixta. Sounds like you are actually. So that's good to know.
He says it's been a bumpy ride. So
right.
Yeah,
I mean, it has been.
I don't know, like who's. I mean, maybe not quite as bumpy as the Lions. I don't know. We could debate that, but
the Lions is just like pure depression. Like the thing with the Vikings is like they're actually like they're always like good. They're never bad. Like they, right? I mean, like even with like literally like the worst quarterback ever, JJ McCarthy right now, and Carson Wentz, which is also pretty hilarious. What are what is the record? Like 5-6 right now. I mean, heck, I don't even remember what the record is. I think it is 5-6. It's just been that bad that the record doesn't even matter. They're not doing anything this year.
Yeah.
But Zigza says Mechie is in, I think, for his lineup. And he said isn't a bad pickup. Sorry for the broken messages. I saw that he also said something down here to jump to. I think he said he where the heck was that? I swear he said he had Gesicki in his lineup already somewhere. Can you see that? I'm like.
I'm not seeing that right at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
wait, at the bottom he says Gesicki. Yeah. He's in my lineup.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, hey, so like we were thinking the same thing there
Yep.
with a Gasicki, so that's super cool to hear. I mean, I hope it works out. I actually was just talking to my buddy who really knew he was starting like Chigo Conquo, and I'm like, dude, like, come on, let's start AJ Barner or Mike Gasicki. I let him in the Gasicki way for this week, but
Yeah.
I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, and then Nahal says that Jaden Higgins is getting so many targets, it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like the targets have been pretty good. I'm pulling up his game log now. Maybe it's even better than I realized, but let's take a look. Okay, yeah, the last 3 weeks, 7, 7, 9. So I mean, that's pretty good targets for a rookie receiver. And
He's not even.
yeah, I mean, he basically has near or above double-digit fantasy points each of those 3 weeks. So yeah, he's been on a nice little hot stretch. I mean, he yeah, basically has like 9.5 or more fantasy points for the last 5 weeks. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's been pretty solid.
No, yeah, he's been a really pleasant surprise because they're actually using him how they should. Like that's kind of always the concern with him.
Yeah,
He's not a player like he does whatever you want to stretch for. He basically like you don't want him to use him like Keon Coleman. Well, they're actually really using him horizontally right now, which is what I'm hearing, and that's really been when he's turned around. And he's also just playing more snaps. He's still not even playing all these snaps. I mean, that is crazy that they're
yeah,
playing.
he's still playing between
Steven
like
Hutchinson.
57 and 61% of snaps. So like yeah, just over 50%. So yeah, imagine if he can get to like 80, 90%.
Yeah, I mean, Nico's a monster and all, so it's like it's hard to imagine exactly what the ceiling is, and maybe for in the future. But for right now, I mean, he's a great guy to just have on your bench and see kind of what happens. Maybe Nico gets banged up as well. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty pleasantly been progressing here in the second
Yeah.
half of the season.
And then Let's Get It says, I don't know if y'all remember, but I traded Pickens for Henderson, LOL. So running backs are stacked, but wide receivers are hurting.
Oh boy, yeah, I remember you got. I believe you got. I think it was Troy Franklin back in that deal. I believe you got your receiver back in that deal. I remember we were talking about that, and yeah, I mean, dude, George Pickens. I mean, that is not a good week to trade George Pickens. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I mean, Henderson hasn't been bad either.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
he's put up some spike weeks too. So I don't know if there was a real loser in that trade.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Henderson, like we I feel really bad if Henderson's workload just went away last week and it was really strong. So that's very good to see. What I would say is I've been very interested in like trading for these George Pickens. I was talking to Dan about that. The one thing in the back of my head is like, okay, buying a guy off like 2 30-point weeks is like probably like the worst thing you could do in Dynasty. Like at least wait for like a bad week to happen before the playoffs is here. So in Dynasty, I've been looking to add him, but yeah, I mean, I really hope that works out because Henderson has like the number one running back schedule coming up, and if that workload is there, I really think that can still pay off for you. I'm hoping.
Yeah, and then Zixta says Jacoby Myers is the most frustrating PPR merchant out there. I mean, yeah, he's definitely kind of been all over the place this season. Definitely not what people were hoping for. Not as good as last year. So, yeah, I don't own any of him, so I haven't really had to suffer through it. But taking a look at his game log, I can certainly empathize.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually stacked up like 11 and 15 points on this new team. So I'm hoping he.
Yeah, hopefully he's starting to trend better. But at the same time, Brian Thomas is coming back, and I don't know, Strange is back. He's he produced right away, and then Parker Washington's been pretty darn good. So suddenly there are arguably too many mouths to feed there. So I don't know if you even feel how great you feel about anyone. I mean, I feel like Trevor Lawrence, like when in doubt, he's just gonna like default to like throwing to the slot receiver and tight end like he always does. So honestly, I probably still feel best about like Parker Washington and Strange more than anyone. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's just how I feel.
Parker Washington's been living in my flex the last few weeks in redraft, and it's been working. I think he could have like maybe a somewhat down game, but man, he's really been helping me out.
Well, even like in one game where he didn't like have like a lot of yardage, like he had like 2 touchdowns, like one was on special teams. So he just like hook or by crook, he finds a way to produce most weeks. It seems like.
Yeah, there definitely is becoming too many mouths to feed with T-Law there, but I think we will start to get some more answers of how that offense will shape.
But that's why like that's all the more reason why I don't feel like great about benching BTJ. I mean, it's not just like his first game back, but it's like he hasn't even played well when he was in there, and now you have all these solid targets competing for. For the targets, and then Trevor Lawrence seems to favor the middle of the field anyway. So it makes nothing feels good about BTJ.
Nothing feels good. I mean, maybe that's why he's going to pop off.
Exactly. That's the one argument. That's the one good argument.
It's not even an argument. It's just like that's what we got to tell ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and then Zixa says RJ Harvey or Khalil Shakir, full PPR. Which way are you going? I mean, Harvey. Wait, is he coming off the bye or wait? What did Harvey do?
Yeah, he had a bye. He played the one game against KC, which is a very tough match.
Disappointing, and then he had the bye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. I mean, I'm like the Khalil Shakir hater. Look, if you need your 10 points, play Shakir. If you need guaranteed 10 points, I'm catching. Like I'm trying to go and see what's in store here for Harvey personally. I would go with that. I mean, yeah, good workload. They just didn't run the ball that much that game. It looked bad because McLaughlin got 6 carries, but Harvey has really strong peripherals. So I mean, it was a tough matchup. So I'm just interested in personally seeing if there's a big play in store or touchdown or whatever.
I mean, are we going to see more Sean Payton shenanigans here? More Jaleel? Heck, maybe we'll get some Tyler Bidet. Like, what other random running back can Sean Payton dig up to just infuriate fantasy owners? So, but I mean, it seems like it's a pretty good matchup at Washington. That's the Sunday night game, so not a bad matchup there. And then Khalil Shakir is at Pittsburgh, so I mean, that's a pretty good matchup. Yeah, that's definitely a closer one. I mean, I guess probably the safe generic answer is that Shakir is probably like the safer, higher floor, and then like Harvey probably gives you a little bit of a better ceiling.
I mean, it's funny because like Harvey, like honestly, like should have a really good floor. He's gonna catch the passes and get touches. So like honestly, like I guess like if you care about a 2-point difference and like this projected floor.
I'll lean Harvey. I mean, like we've seen him have a 3 touchdown game before. Even when Dobbins was healthy. I mean, it just seems like the upside's there. So I think you just have
fun. If you like fun, you play Harvey. Yeah. If you're boring and you just I don't know, you don't like fun, I would play Shakir.
I don't know if I would put that on Shakir. I mean, like maybe from a fantasy perspective in terms of like it's not always the most exciting results, but I mean Shakir is like a fun player. I mean he's good after the catch.
Yeah, I mean, no, he actually can. He is good after the catch. I think he just made a big play the other game there. But, I mean, I feel so much more confident about Harvey getting a touchdown than Shakir, too.
I feel like you could regret – I think you regret benching Harvey. So I think you just have to have faith. Like, he had the bye, and then, he had the disappointing week before that. So, like, we feel like we should have seen something, better by now. But since he had the opportunity. But yeah, he's just had the one game. It was a tough match against the Chiefs. So I think you just have to have faith in Harvey.
How many times do you think someone's like benched someone probably just benched Henderson for like right on that? Oh, Henderson, remember his first game starting? The workload was like kind of there like in a Harvey way this past week. But people were like, oh, Terrell Jennings. Like, what if Harvey's just awesome? And then has anyone ever regretted benching Shakir with a good option? Like, seriously, I know he's had a couple good games, but I'm looking for the ceiling, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. And then Nahal says Dart or Dimes this week. So Dart plays the Monday night game at New England. A little bit of a tougher matchup there, perhaps. Or I don't know. I mean, New England, I think they're are they better against the run? So I think it's like a horrible matchup, but it's at New England.
Dart. Daniel Jones has like a fibula injury or something.
Yeah, I noticed he was on the injury report, and it's not even a good matchup at home against the Texans. So yeah, you're going Dart. I would
already go Dart regardless. Sorry, but camera here is like not focusing. But I mean, Dart, like there's only a couple quarterbacks I would sit Dart for, and I wouldn't even want to. I just want to start Dart no matter what until proven otherwise.
Dart or Lamar?
Yeah, I'm starting Dart. Like
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I mean that's why I've loved him in Dynasty. He's been producing like these elite quarterbacks. So.
And Hall says, can't wait to see some Brosmer, hopefully. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on Max Brosmer?
Yeah, I don't know. like, I would say this. I have zero expectations. I'm hoping for the best. Like, if he actually will look – and I was saying this before. There's literally the bar is so low that Carson Wentz looks good. Carson Wentz, actually made me super excited to watch the Vikings play, especially when he first got in there. So, I actually can't say I'm, that excited to, see Brosmer play. But, I am for, he's this UDFA guy. You just never know. It's like a mystery box.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it, honestly, to be pretty bad. But
I'm in the University of Michigan, football basement here. So, we love J.J. McCarthy around here. Good college quarterback, helped us win the championship. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, he's been good at times, but he's been overall horrible. So, I feel like he's better than this. I feel like he'll, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually gets it together, but man, it's definitely not looking great at the moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't even know what to think. I get a lot of Brosmer, and I actually just texted Dan on, like, last Wednesday, and I just said, like, we were already picking up a bunch of Brosmer, but he's hanging around in, like, a league or two, and I just said, must add, like, I don't know how he's going to do it. Like, there could be a variety of reasons, and I'll go to my theory here, but I said there could be a variety of reasons, but it just, like, this guy's, I would not be shocked if he gets in there and whatever. You're going to want, like, whatever. He could be Purdy. I know everyone's saying that. He's not going to be Purdy, but...
It feels so much like it. It feels so much like it.
You would hate yourself if you didn't have him picked up in Dynasty or whatever.
I mean, you mentioned him, like, what was it, like, early in the season or, like, preseason or whatever. Yeah. And, like, I had never even, like, heard of him. But I took your tip and I added him a bunch of places. Yeah. So, yeah, we both have a good handful of Dynasty shares. So, yeah. I mean, what a free win that would be if he just, turns into anything at all.
And again, like, the door is, like, actually wide open. So, again, I'm not expecting it.
Feels like it.
But if he's half decent, like, seriously, he could be the quarterback. And, like, by the way, one theory of why I even sent that text in at all of, like, he's a must-add is anytime there's a quarterback or just a fantasy player in general that is just, like, so disappointing, like, beyond levels of disappointing. And maybe but we already know McCarthy got the ankle banged up. I swear, again, like, this is just probably, like, there's probably no merit to this at all, like, just in the grand scheme of things. But how many times, like, can you think of a player? I mean, heck, you could just, like, lean to Brian Thomas this year as, like, literally the most disappointing player ever. He just missed some time. I just feels like when you have an extremely disappointing player, I don't know. It just feels like they're going to get banged up. There's no merit to that at all. But that's all I could ever think was McCarthy is like, this dude's not going to finish every game here. Like, I don't know. So,
I'm sure there's some kind of correlation there. But yeah, that's interesting though. But I can kind of see what you're talking about. And then let's see. Zigsta says, I could see the Vikes chasing Mac Jones. Yeah, we were just talking about this in a league chat earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dinah was saying that to me, and he's a Vikings fan, and I was putting that in a listener league a couple days ago, and I think everyone just thinks that because we got Sam Darnold, we turned him around, and Mac Jones, we don't even really need to turn Mac Jones around. He might already be good, so I agree. Yeah. I really want Mac Jones on the Vikings.
So basically, the Vikings are just going after, like, the next Sam Darnold,
They're going after the Mac Jones. They're going after the next Mac Jones. Let's just keep. Not even re-sign anyone. Let's just get the Zach Wilson will end up on the team. Like, I don't know. Hey, McCarthy will end up back on the team in a few years, So let's just let him go.
Yeah. And let's see. Nahal says, all my friends are Packers, Vikings, and Lions fans, so I've been spamming them with a screenshot of the Bears on top. Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't even realize, like, how good the Bears have been lately. It's funny because shoot, I forget what's his username, but the Bears fan that we always have in our live streams.
Yeah. Is it KO? Or...
No, I don't. I think I want to say it's someone else. I'm blanking on the name now. But regardless, he's always asking us, like, oh, who you got this week, like the Bears or whoever they're playing, and we always seem to say the Bears, but I didn't realize. I guess like we've been predicting that correctly a lot because apparently the Bears have been winning a lot lately.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I remember I got it for long the first week. I'm going Bears unless it's an obvious, not non-Bears, but they have been pretty good.
Yeah, they started. I didn't even like fully realize that. So
they're the top of the division right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that that they're ahead of the Lions. I mean, it just seems crazy to me. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. I'm a little skeptical, but but hey, I mean, the Lions got to get through this Thanksgiving game, and like I said, it's always a little dicey just historically. So let's see, but yeah, it's funny because like a lot of our dynasty leagues, it just seems like there are so many like fans of NFC North teams for whatever reason.
For some, and by the way, we missed we completely forgot to answer this for Let's Get It there. Sorry about that. The Broncos are the Rams defense, and okay, I know the Rams are playing. Oh my God! Why can I we were just talking about it.
It's getting late. We probably gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah, Rams are playing the Panthers, and then Broncos are playing.
Commanders.
Commanders. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so both defenses are on the road. So it's at at the Panthers and at the Commanders.
Both really good defenses. I've been picking up the Rams defense this week. The Broncos have been amazing though, so I mean I think they're both really strong plays. To me, just like targeting Bryce Young feels like the best. That's kind of what my waiver wire strategy has been for defenses is like find Cam Ward and Bryce Young, and just and as long as it's not like Dallas defense or something, just target those guys.
Yeah, I targeted Kirk Cousins last week with the Saints defense, and that actually, I think they scored like 11 in this random redraft league that I was helping my brother with. But yeah, I think that really is a good strategy. I mean, like, that's like the one exception I would make in terms of like, I'm not like a big matchup guy because I've gotten too burned by that in the past. But the one exception is like defenses. For like fantasy defenses, like I'm all about the matchups. You
don't need good defenses. To have good. I mean, I just started the Raiders versus Shedeur. I mean, the Raiders defense, and they lost the game. They still had like 9 points, and you start with 10 or whatever. I mean, that was a fine week. I mean, basically,
I'm not bad.
If they could have got the lead maybe to start the game or something, I mean, it could have maybe went really bad for the Browns there or something. So, I mean, the Niners, I've been targeting them as well if I couldn't get the Rams. I basically am starting Niners and Rams everywhere this week.
Yeah. And hey, we got Edson Santos in the chat. Good to see you. Good to have you here.
Yeah, Edson, welcome back.
And let's see where did we leave off here with comments in the chat. Yeah, it's getting late. I probably got to get to bed soon here. But we will get through the rest of the chat, and then we'll probably sign off here. But let's see. Zixis says McCarthy's best game is against the Bears. Not sure how that makes you feel. Haha. Yeah, I mean the Bears, don't have a great defense, so figures that he would have his best game there. And then let's see. Let's get it. Says we already read that. Zixis says Brosmer is not very good, but let's hope. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I mean, I really know very little about him. I'm just telling myself a story that, maybe he's the next Purdy. So, that's what Nahal says. Yeah, Brosmer the next Purdy. I mean, I hope so. I mean, it definitely feels similar.
Yeah, nearly identical.
And then Nahal says, LOL, right as I type that. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a lofty thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's being thrown around, but I mean, maybe when I don't know when I brought it up, maybe the whole point of, like, picking up Brosmer, like, really early in the season is you're just thinking, like, can this UDFA that played pretty good in the preseason and has got some buzz, can he be the next Purdy? That's all you'll ever comp a UDFA quarterback to. I guess Purdy was the last pick of the draft, but same thing.
Yeah. And then Nahal says, I've seen some people say Jeremiah Love is better than Genty. Do y'all agree? I mean, I have no clue. I mean, I really don't watch too much college football, and I really don't study up much on the prospects like ahead of time. I mean, it's really going to be once the season ends that then I'm going to turn the page to 2026, and then this offseason I'll be studying all these prospects hardcore. But I really don't look ahead too much. So I wish I could give you a more educated or any kind of answer there. But what do you think, Blake? I mean, do you look ahead very much? I mean, do you know that much about Jeremiah Love right now?
I mean, I do know he's really good. He's got an extremely good profile. I did also hear, I don't know if it was from Dynasty Domain, I'm not sure the last time I watched the video, maybe from them, but I saw something basically saying, like, Jeremiah Love is, like, at least an Ashton Genty level prospect, which I really haven't heard too much about Love this season. I just know he's killing it, as we kind of expected. And I don't watch college football, so I mean, I watch the playoffs and stuff like that. We'll see a bunch of good players. Basically my philosophy in Dynasty, and I don't know. I see a lot of people, because it's fun. It's fun to look ahead. I don't really care about, like, looking too much ahead. This is kind of the time I have been looking just for fun, just seeing what's out there. Get familiar with some names. But, like, we're in the middle of the fantasy season. I don't care. So much is going to change. But once the offseason starts, then I'll start looking at it, and that's when I start looking ahead. And honestly, before we start getting, like, the combine, and then, guess what? Now we need to factor in draft capital and the landing spot. Like, there are so much that, like, needs to happen before you can even, like, come to any conclusions. But just as a player, I mean, it sounds like Genty and Love are pretty damn similar for talent.
Okay.
I would agree, I guess, if I would say that they're similar. I don't know who's better, though.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, I'm trying to think if I actually have I don't know if I actually have any real chance to get the 101 on any of my, like, rebuilding dynasty teams. Like, there's one team where I'm trying to do it, and you took one look and like, oh, dude, like, it's not going to happen. You're never going to catch up in the 2 weeks. I'm like, like 100 points behind or ahead or however you want to put it in max PF. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows if Love will even be going 101 by the time rookie drafts happen. I mean, yeah, like you said, so much is going to happen between now and change things.
It's possible. Yeah, there's a nice receiver and everything. But yeah, it sounds like you probably will. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, I feel like that's kind of a hot take. That's something we always say on here. But I'm not even. I know everyone's saying the 26 late first. That absolutely could be right. But what I will say is in Dynasty, if the 26 late first by the time we get there are not like so obviously bad, you've done well buying them. So yeah, I have a ton of like just first in general. I'm not like concerned.
I'm gonna try to sign off here in like 5 minutes. So let's go like rapid fire here. Let's see. Zigsta says, I just hope the Vikes don't chase Kyler. I mean, I don't know. Kyler Murray, like, I mean, he could be a reclamation project too. Like, I could definitely see him being better with a change of scenery. I mean, I just actually traded for him in Dynasty League where I got like Scatterbo and Kyler Murray. I was on this rebuilding team that I was just talking about. I gave up Woody Marks, Alec Pierce, and Trey Benson, and then I had to like throw in like a 27 third. It's also a point per carry league, like 0.25 point per carry. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Kyler feels gross right now, but we've seen him be really good at scoring fantasy points before. So he's only like 28 years old. There's a chance he could do it again if he finds like the right situation where they utilize what he does well.
For real life, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd rather have that than McCarthy, but like, I don't know. Maybe can we get Mac Jones or something instead? And I don't know, But in fantasy, I'd love that for fantasy. See
sure.
What can happen.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, I guess other than McCarthy, it just seems like every other Vikings quarterback that starts there usually puts up pretty good fantasy points. So, yeah, it would be interesting just to see what Kyler might do there. So, yeah, I don't know. But let's see here. Then we got Zigsta says Mark Andrews or Gadsden half PPR. All right, so Gadsden's playing the Raiders, and Mark Andrews is playing tomorrow against the Bengals. Oh, you got to go Andrews. I think you got to go Andrews. I mean, I hate to ever bench Gadsden, but, like, it is the dream matchup of matchup for tight ends against the Bengals. Like, everyone goes off. Hunter Henry just put up, like a damn near 30 burger?
Yeah, depending on your format, you might have put 30 in your tight end premium. Yeah, I was going to say, like, and not only that, but, like, Mark Andrews is, I mean, even just in half PPR, he just keeps scoring touchdowns. I don't know, but last week or two.
I mean, Andrews has got to be better in half PPR than full PPR because of the touchdowns.
100%. So, yeah, I mean, dude, like, don't really, like, as long as the tight end is, like, already, like, half decent like Hunter Henry, like you should probably be firing up. I mean, they've just been so bad. It's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Gadsden's cooled down a little bit. I'm hoping he bounces back here at some point soon. I definitely expect him to. I don't know if for sure if this is going to be the week. I mean, it doesn't feel like a huge spike week for Gadsden. In a game that they could be leading by a lot and everything. So yeah, I think you got to fire up Andrews there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. And then Edson Santos says Mevis or Burgelis, rest of season kicker for Dynasty. All right, we got our kicker question here. So let's answer that one first. So I don't even know who the heck is Mevis. I mean,
yeah. I saw that question earlier. I was like, dude, like again, every time a kicker question is asked, I keep saying like I don't play in the league with kicker, so I gotta like kind of put this to Dan here. I mean, who's been better? Who's been better rest of the season?
I have no clue who Mevis is. I mean, I don't know if is that a typo? Is that a misspelling? Like who the heck is Mevis?
I've never heard of him. I can't say I've ever heard of him. I'll look him up.
I look up Mevis. See if that's if that's a real player. But Burgelis, yeah. And the funny thing is we hadn't heard of Burgelis either. Apparently he's the Patriots kicker, which we learned the last stream.
Mevis.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, Mevis is he's like a young kicker for the Rams. He only has
the Rams. Okay.
He only has 3 games played, but he is coming off a 13-point game, and yeah, they play Carolina. But like that, I think that Pats kicker we were talking about, like, dude, whatever that guy's been doing. What's his name? Borgelis. I mean, that guy's just been pretty dang good this year, hasn't he? Okay.
Well, Zixta says Mevis is a dude. LOL. So.
Okay. I mean, I guess. He could be a dude, but is he gonna get the opportunity to kick the field goals? I mean, Patriots versus Giants. I don't know. They're both coming off good games. Borgelis is coming off 18. I don't know. What am I saying? I don't know. What do you got here, Dan? Like.
BSing at this
know
point. I
better
mean, we have
than
like
me.
no clue like about these kickers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry we don't have a better answer. If it wasn't, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't so late, maybe I'd like look up their game
I
logs
wish
or
at
something.
least like
But,
heard
like,
of these guys. Like, I know we heard about Berg. Edson said he's worried about weather. What I would say, like, whatever kicker that is that you're worried about weather. I don't even, maybe the New England one. I don't even know. Yeah, because
all right,
maybe
so,
the Rams are playing inside.
well, Mevis is at Carolina, so that is outdoors.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the Patriots are at home, against the Giants there.
Okay. I would
Let's
use weather as a tiebreaker though. If you're actually legitimately worried, remember that Eagles Lions game? Like, if that's a concern,
let's fire up Mevis. He's in Charlotte, North Carolina there. So let's fire up Mevis. I mean, just for the fact that we never heard of him, and I don't know, his name is just making me laugh now. So we're probably just getting delirious at this point. But yeah, fire up Mevis. Why the heck not?
I hope. I'm sorry we can't give you a better Yeah, I just don't play with kickers. And dude, what is going on?
I might have to see if Mevis is available on waivers in my home league now, because I just want to start Mevis now.
Yeah. I wonder. I'll have to check how the Vikings kicker there is doing, because he's been really
Yeah.
good this year. But I don't know.
So yeah, sorry we couldn't be more helpful, but hey, you gave us a laugh in any case. And let's see. Oh yeah, Zixa says actual kicker. Okay, yeah, fair enough. We should probably know that. But let's see. Okay, yeah, we mentioned the weather. Zixa says appreciate the input. Have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, absolutely. You as well. And yeah, I think we'll probably wrap it up there unless we missed any other questions. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. And yeah, drop us a like on the way out if you'd be so kind. Definitely make sure you're subscribed if you want to support the channel, help us grow. Really helps a lot. And yeah, join the Discord. Links in the description. And yeah, before I turn it over to you, Blake, just definitely want to say how grateful I am for all of you viewers out there. I mean, it's so amazing that just about any time we fire up a live stream, to have all you guys in the live chat, like asking us questions, and all the regulars that always tune in, like it means a lot to us. So it's just really, really, really cool. So yeah, we definitely appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, it's just been a lot of fun connecting with you all and talking fantasy. So yeah, hope everyone has a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, any last words, Blake?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll go an extra couple minutes here, just because we got
Okay.
a couple questions actually to answer. So I'll let you sign off.
All right, yeah. I will sign off here because I'm getting tired, starting to yawn. So
one last thing before you leave, though, I'll say this to everyone. Okay, I'll keep as quick as possible here so you can sign off. But I did this. I wanted to bring this up in the stream as something, maybe we could type in the Discord, and we could check back for Saturday if you get time. I did like a fitness assessment for like this assignment today, and I was just blew my mind. I mean, basically they were testing these I don't know, different weird things like planking and all these other things on balance. And this guy this fitness assessment guy, I was doing a balance where you balance on one leg, but then you close your eyes for the next one, and then you just see how if you can go for 45 seconds is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
I went for 5 seconds. This guy was jaw dropped when I'm he's like, dude, you're the second person ever I've ever seen do that. I'm like, what are you?
Wow.
I'm like, what are you talking like that? I mean, I was, you wobble a little bit, but I'm like,
yeah,
you're joking, right? And no, second person. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what he was basically saying. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't know what he was all excited about. I'm like, dude, that's. He's like the first guy I ever saw too had the same reaction. He's like, you're joking, right? That's. Seems like such an odd thing. Anyway, so I was like, dude, everyone in the chat, Dan, just stand with your feet together,
yeah,
and just lift, and literally you don't be putting your leg all the way over, just literally lift your foot on one side, just slightly.
Yeah.
Stand there for 45 seconds with your eyes open. See if you can do the 45 seconds, and then close your eyes. See if you can do the 45 seconds with your eyes closed. Someone's got to be able to do this. I was shocked. I mean, I'll tell you my method of what I did, and he found it very interesting. So maybe that's that could be a fun kind of Discord thing. If you guys want to report back
But funny enough, have tried that before because I think I heard it on some like
Oh,
random like radio show,
okay.
and I don't know. I think it was supposed to be like some kind of like measurement of like something or whatever. And I actually feel like I wasn't even like that good at it. I was like,
Okay.
oh god, like should I be concerned about this? So I don't know. I'll have to try it again. But
He said the average is only like 20 seconds. And I like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not like going and balancing every time, but I'll reveal on Saturday my secret of like how I did
okay,
it. And I don't know. I've never like tried balancing my eyes closed, but he did think it was pretty interesting. And maybe then on Saturday we can retest it, and you might at least have a better score or something, or maybe you can do the whole 45 seconds.
I doubt it. I'll try it again though. But hey, like challenge accepted. So
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a shot again.
Yeah, I know. I'm interested. I'm interested with trying. I don't know. Yeah, what I did. It might help. So,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
the mission before
All
Saturday.
right.
You can do it
So
tonight. You can do it tomorrow.
yeah. That is the challenge for for this week. So yeah, I'll definitely give that a shot. Yeah, definitely have me curious about that now. But yeah, I will sign off here. Yeah, I will continue, Blake. Don't go to bed too late. Make sure you get a little sleep. But yeah, hope everyone enjoys the games tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Dub, I got you. Edson, let's answer these real quick. So yeah, Edson, you asked first. I'll get yours first here. The Tillman question is he droppable? You could pick up a second kicker. Yeah, interesting. Dynasty kicker. Also, let me just fix my camera real quick here. Dynasty kicker. I have not played in one league with Dynasty kicker, so I would say just what's the availability on them? If Dynasty, if there's a lot of kickers available, like then I wouldn't care about carrying a second one. But if there is like not really many, I think you could pick up a second one. But what does waivers look like? It's very tough. Like I would not be dropping like Tillman. I'd be really trying to hang on to him, even like if it's bad. It's got to be really shallow benches to drop Tillman. And you were saying stash Riley Leonard. I do have him in a couple. Again, how big are the benches? If these are shallow 10 to 14 benches, stuff like that, like I'm not gonna stash Riley Leonard personally. Maybe if you have Daniel Jones, but yeah, I mean if I'm still keeping Tillman over him, absolutely. You could always do a fab war over Riley Leonard if something happened to Jones. I know he's banged up. But man, yeah, is it stash Riley Leonard or a second kicker instead of? Yeah, I just leave Tillman. I think that's my final answer there. Unless kickers are very valuable, there's not many options. You got a bye week coming up. I feel like that's the best advice I can give to bottom 8-10 kickers every week. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really like play with kickers in the last couple of years, so like if it would be a really big downgrade like on a bye week, but I don't know, is your kicker gonna get hurt or something, or is it a really bad matchup? I feel like you're probably just good with one and figure it out if something happens. Yeah, I mean, I know Tillman's not been good, but I mean, if Shedeur, yeah, whatever, is good, or the new quarterback comes in, Tillman's a dude. Tillman's like I'm pretty convinced he's a solid receiver. Kind of, hey, I mean, we're seeing what Michael Wilson can do with Brissett coming in and opportunity. I kind of would put Tillman in that thing. I would think Tillman's better than Michael Wilson until these last two games for sure. And yeah, I mean, dude, if you think Mevis is a dude, like, and you have to drop Tillman, if you think Mevis is worth it, hey, I won't fault you. Maybe you can pick Tillman back up. Again, I don't know what your wire's looking like. Yeah, I would use your best discretion. You said you could stash Malik Davis. Yeah, I definitely prefer Tillman over him. I hope that helps, Edson. And then Dubs, sorry for making you wait here, Dubs. You said Gadsden versus Goddard, and also happy Thanksgiving. I'm Canadian, but happy American Thanksgiving for you guys. I was thinking about this while Dan was signing off, and it's definitely Goddard for me. I mean, we love Gadsden, especially Dan's the Gadsden president of Gadsden fan club. But Goddard versus Chicago is freaking awesome. I mean, those Chicago games can be absolute shootouts. I'd go him. He's been awesome. Gadsden's been cooling down again. They're maybe in a if Goddard had a really tough matchup, I'd feel all right playing Gadsden over him. But Goddard sounds better to me, and I'm firing a lot of Goddard up in leagues as well. So, but Gadsden. I would say if you got a gut feeling about the Raiders matchup, that could be enough absolutely to play him over Goddard. I kind of got the gut feeling leaning me to Goddard there versus Chicago. And then Edson, you say you get one roster spot freed up, so it's Riley Leonard, Mevis, or Malik. And if you think Mevis is a dude, like an actual difference making kicker, you could pick him up. I think I would lean just kind of with what I can gather. I think I would lean Malik Davis. Especially if you need like any running, if Malik Davis could make your roster if something happened to Javonte Williams, I would lean him. If there's no chance of that happening, then yeah, go Riley Leonard or Mevis and make your call. I have a couple, Leonard's stashed. I think he's pretty interesting because he can run. Is he any good? I don't know. And let's get it. You say your opponent has Lamar tomorrow. Hope he puts up less than 10. Yeah, hey, we named the last stream. I believe you're there. The Lamar Jackson dilemma. I was saying just fire him up over everyone. I mean, he couldn't even put up 10 points against the Jets. That's crazy. I don't even know what to think. Again, I'm gonna kind of play dumb here. It's Lamar. I'm gonna assume he bounces back against the Bengals of all teams. If he doesn't, it's panic mode. So I hope I don't own Lamar, so I hope he does bad for you, or like if your opponent. Let's get it. That'd be awesome for you. And Edson, you're saying Andy having a bye week in 2 weeks, and Pat's weather looking sketch, but Mevis such a small sample. It's a toss up. I mean, the Rams are freaking awesome. I mean, they almost might be too good for a kicker. I don't know. I guess it has only been 3 weeks. You could always look at what their other kicker did, see how many attempts he had. I don't know if you checked that out or not. Sometimes when teams are really good offense, like it actually can really hurt the kicker, like the Eagles in previous years. I don't know about this year or anything. Again, don't play with kickers. Okay, your RBs are stacked. Judkins, Gibbs, Benson. Yeah, look, if there's no chance you're playing Malik Davis, you just leave him on the waiver wire. But honestly, dude, like I don't know if you saw a run from him. I saw a run from him last week. I mean, this dude has some burst on him. I know he's kind of been on, kind of on dynasty waivers or heck, maybe even redraft waivers. The past like 3 years, it feels like. But if something had to happen to Javonte, he could be pretty interesting. So I picked him up a few places. And you're saying for upside value, if that's what you care about, then you're gonna want to in Superflex you absolutely want to go for Riley Leonard. And he literally he's one play away from being a starter. So I don't think like a kicker has any value in Dynasty. I could be wrong. I played one league with a kicker, 16 team. I picked up Will Reichert and he was pretty awesome his rookie year, but no one was knocking my door down for Will Reichert. Malik, he did. He looked good in like the one run I saw. I mean, but like really, really good. Like I knew it wasn't Javonte Williams. Like when I saw the running back get that carry, I was thinking maybe it was like Jaden Blue was active or something. My goodness. And let's get it. You're saying your opponent has everyone playing tomorrow. Lamar, Chase Brown, Andrews, Ferguson, Butker, my lord. I mean, that's probably gonna go really bad. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I don't know. You're gonna have to hope that Ravens Bengals game is awful. Maybe there's a chance with Burrow and Lamar banged up. I mean, I guess there's a route. That sounds really bad though. That sounds awful. Two like pretty bad defenses going at it. Yikes. You said Jamar Chase slow, but are you playing against like Chase Brown and Jamar Chase? Because it's like Chase, Brown, unless there's another Brown I'm not thinking of. I mean, Chase Brown's been cooking, so that wouldn't be good if you're playing against both of them with Lamar out. Or sorry, with Burrow back. What should you do with Njoku? No one wants him. Yeah, I mean, I was a big Njoku guy. I mean, he's been awesome the last, basically like 3 years. He's been awesome in Dynasty Superflex, again, really undervalued. And yeah, I mean, I have no idea, to be honest. Like, I'm basically holding was my answer. Like, that's what I'm doing with him. Because no one's going to want him. He is a free agent. You got to pray he doesn't sign with the Browns. If he signs with the Browns, man, it might be over, unfortunately. I'm gonna just pray he doesn't, because if he goes sign somewhere else, he could be awesome. Like I love David Njoku, and I do think he's a really good tight end if he can find the right fit. And Edson, you're saying another guy you'd rather have to pick up. I'd rather have a spot to pick up Malik, but I don't want to let go for anything. Yeah, I mean, like, is Tillman really your worst guy? I mean, if so, like, just for dynasty purposes, I'm definitely holding on to Tillman, right? I'm assuming you got some pretty shallow benches, so I can understand if you got to drop a guy like that because you might not be able to trade him for anything. It's generally how it goes, but in these deeper leagues, like Tillman, man, again, he's not scoring points, but I'd be trying to scoop him up if I could get him for dirt cheap. Not a guy I'd be looking to get rid of. And let's get it. You're saying both of them could be rough tomorrow. You only have Gibbs that's playing tomorrow. Well, I better hope he puts up 55 points again. I played against. I thought I played against one Gibbs. I played against 2 Gibbs last week. Both in redraft. One I got pumped in because I played against Wandale Gibbs and dude, I played against Kareem Hunt too and Cam Ward who put up 30 in that format. It was awful. And then the other one, I think I had a really good week. Obviously at Gibbs, and somehow I beat this guy by 20. George Pickens and Parker Washington, Emmanuel Wilson were the answer. But that one I've been going crazy, and I got I've been in first place the whole season. I lost on the bye Mageddon week because everyone was on bye, and then bounced back, and I almost survived. I think the bye Mageddon week is the one I lost. Whatever week Jonathan Taylor played in Jacksonville, that's the week I lost, and I lost. That's my only loss, and I lost that one by 4 points because of the Chargers on Monday Night Football that week. They did awful. It was brutal. Or Sunday Night Football. It was terrible. I should have won that one, but I'm having a good run in my home league. That is between Tillman, Mechie, and David Njoku. Yeah, I mean none of these guys I'm looking to. I mean, again, if those are your worst guys, again, shallow bench. So, I mean, look, you can try to get creative, right? I mean, you try to package guys together. That's what you got to do in those shallow bench leagues. It can be tough, right? People can be smart to not take on some junk, but if you got to clear up room, you certainly could try to piece some guys together. Maybe someone likes Mechie, but I wouldn't be wanting to drop any of those guys. And dude, we gotta talk about some Shedeur here. Let's get it saying. I hope Bowers gets double digits this week. I hope he doesn't. I hope not. I don't own any Bowers anywhere. I'm president of the Bowers hate club. Not really, but I just can't draft a tight end and redraft in the second round. And in Dynasty, he was going right beside Jamar Chase. So not something I was a fan of drafting. And Cam Ward had a good game, man. Really good game. Terrible situation, but I do think Cam Ward's actually pretty decent. He's a lot better than JJ McCarthy, I'll say that. And I want to talk about Shedeur in a second here, but Edson's saying, 13 bench spots, 5 taxi. I mean, that's a little bit deeper than honestly I thought it was going to be. I was going to assume you were playing, 10, 12 bench spots, which you can get to. And how deep 12-team league? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty dang shallow, but, for what Dan and I and all these leagues that we make and play and stuff. Josh, he's been on the channel. We playing some leagues with like that he's created. We basically just like try to get as many bench spots as possible because you cannot have too many bench spots. Like, I'm trying to think of like maybe there's like 18 to 20 bench spots. You get a big IR, 4 or 5 taxis. I always find it a lot more fun when you can actually like keep these guys on, and you don't have to try and think about dropping Center Tillman and stuff. But yeah, I'm in a couple of leagues where it's like shallow, and it's very difficult to manage the back of the bench, right? You get some hot players on waivers, but I mean it's like a bad thing to have a really good bench in a league like that, honestly. And then yeah, you're saying Loki with Shedeur, Tillman can pop. Judy, a knucklehead. I mean, yeah, he fumbled. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm wondering where you guys are at on Shedeur. Like, I look at Shedeur. I'm not a Shedeur hater by any means, by the way. I actually thought he could have been like a pretty undervalued like dynasty asset when I was looking in this past offseason. Because he was a really hated guy. The media, it seemed like people hate him. Turns out a lot of people love Shedeur. I think there's like more Shedeur lover. It feels like there is than haters, honestly. It seems like this thing where he's like this big cult following, and when you're kind of like, if you're not like really for him, it feels like you're against him because of how like passionate people are about Shedeur. And like honestly, my honest opinion is like, I don't know that he's like actually a 5th round quarterback talent, but he's like sure as hell not a 1st round quarterback talent. I mean, dude, the picks he's thrown have been like just awful. He's made a couple good plays. I'd be pretty shocked if he was. I'm no QB evaluator. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just looking, and I'd be pretty shocked if he was the quarterback going forward. And I'd be pretty shocked if he like really helped his pass catchers out. I mean, Jerry Jeudy was scoring like 0 points as is, and Tillman, not much. So I mean, technically could bump them over Gabriel. I wouldn't like be surprised about that. I think that certainly could happen. It wasn't happening as is. But I see Shedeur Sanders like interviews, and I know people are always like concerned about what he's like saying and this and that, or I'm like I don't even like really care what he's saying. Like I just like look at the way he says it, and like I just like see this guy that like I feel like in the back of his mind he's like, what would my dad say, and he's like I don't know, he doesn't sound very confident. It's very strange. I see a lot of people talking about his confidence. I don't see a confident guy the way he says it. He says it like he couldn't be like again, like he's kind of in the back of his head. He's just like, I don't know, what would my dad want me to say? So I mean, completely off topic. I just keep that's my take from whatever. Not to get too psychoanalytic here, but he's got a lot of fans, man. I didn't realize how many like Shedeur dudes there were out there. I'm interested to see. You're bringing up Brosmer. You don't want to drop anyone of those guys. Brosmer is the last guy you just picked up. Yeah, I mean, dude, like I'm interested in Brosmer again. Like I'm a Vikings fan. Yeah, I'm not expecting much. He had a really good preseason. I have him on a bunch of teams. Like I'd definitely keep him for this week and just see what happens. Like you just never know, right? I mean, I can't blame anyone for picking up whatever. I know Shedeur was probably rostered, but even though I don't have much faith in Shedeur to be the guy, like you just never know. If he had flashed a big game, or maybe he does this week, you could have something on your hands still. Let's see here. He said another guy's been trying to package Brissett with Njoku. You've been trying to package Brissett with Njoku to fetch a second. Likely not. Should settle for a third. Yeah, I mean, if you need to clear up some space, if that's the best you can do, like Dan and I are big for that. Like sometimes, if that's all you can get and you need to clear up some space, like just do it. And if you don't need Brissett or whatever, I would hope you could get a little bit more than that, but if not, like that's just your league. You gotta clear it up. So, get those 2 free spots could be huge for you. So, I think Dan would say as well that the same thing. Like if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. I see. Yeah, you're gonna have JD5 coming back. So yeah, I mean if you don't need Brissett, Definitely look at seeing if you can get a third then. You get creative. Maybe you get a third and 28 thrown in too if you can't get a second, right? Get a third now, a third later, get a fourth later, get whatever you can. He said Shedeur looks pretty good, and he's been good for a while. People like him because everyone sees the obvious. I don't know. I mean, like, that's my question is, like, what good are you, like, how good are you seeing? Like, I mean, you look at the interception, it's one play, I know, but, I mean, he threw, like, a really, really bad one the week before. I know he didn't have the practice, and he tried throwing one to Kyle Hamilton that game as well. But he made a nice play, like on that rollout, 50 yards. I mean, also the other thing is, like, if we're just looking at the box score, 69% of his yards, he threw for 200 yards, but 69% of those were after the catch, right? So, like, I mean, maybe he takes a step this game, right? And I'm wrong, because if he takes a step, like, then sure, he really flashes, he could be that guy. I'll believe it. But 69% of the passing yards, I'm certainly not sold anything is all. So. And you're saying he's miles ahead of Gabriel. You know, he's a little goofy, confident, but he's goofy. Rich kid. That's what people don't realize about. He grew up rich kid. That's what people don't realize about Sanders. I see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, actually, I didn't really watch too much of Gabriel. He played against the Vikings and he played fine. I think that was his first start. I didn't see too much Gabriel. I heard he'd been pretty bad though. So I'm like not shocked that Shedeur had just taken the job after winning a game. Shedeur was the only kid Dion raised from a child. He's said it to everyone else with their mom. Shedeur, the only one who stuck with Dion through it all. Shedeur is super accurate, and he can see above the line. That is the one thing, actually. Yeah, that's right. He actually is really accurate. That's like the one thing when I'm watching. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not evaluating these quarterbacks, watching all their tape, but I'm gonna trust all the guys that are actually like quarterback evaluators played the position themselves. And the one thing that they brought up is that there was a lot of issues with Shedeur about the sacks and basically all the stuff that made him not a first round or who knows, like other potential issues there could have been about him dropping the fifth. But the reason it wasn't a first round quarterback wasn't because of, in my opinion, anything to do with these these interviews or stuff. He just had a lot of stuff to work on, like the sacks, the footwork, all the things. But he was really accurate. He was very, very accurate. That's his biggest strength. So, I mean, he's got to be accurate out there if he wants to have a chance at this job for next year. And he can see above the O line. He's not 5'8", so that's a bonus. You bring up. I mean, I didn't realize how small Gabriel was until he started playing. I had no idea. Sanders didn't go first round because of politics. I mean, I don't think he was a first round quarterback personally. Like I thought he would have been based off like the media, everything got like going in, and then I mean, yeah, I don't know. I watched I can't remember off the top of my head like all these things. I watched quite a few different like sources on Sanders. I mean, some people were saying, that he could be a first round quarterback, but I mean, he was accurate. That was basically like the one really good thing. And again, a lot of stuff to work on. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people didn't think like Jackson Dart was like some locked first round pick quarterback either, but he had a lot of good traits with his scrambling, everything that, and he's turned out to be a pretty damn good quarterback. So I mean, he should have been the 101 in the draft at this rate, or at least up there in the top 3. Positionally, probably number 1 though. Yeah, I mean, hey, if he's a first round guy, if you're right about that, he'll be the guy next year. If that's the case, unless he's was a first round guy, then it doesn't pan out. I mean, I guess that would mean he's not a first round guy. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but I got that was a fun game to watch between the Raiders there last week. A good starting matchup for him because they got up early. The Browns at least have a really good defense to help them out. But the Niners are going to be a big challenge, man. That'll be really interesting. So him and Cam are very similar prospects. These guys are neck and neck for the narrative. Spinning and has been the worst I've seen for a prospect, so it's blatantly obvious. Narrative spinning, the worst. I'm not too sure what you mean by the narrative spinning, but like Cam, yeah. I mean that's the thing. When I was looking at these again, people that actually know what they're talking about and value quarterbacks, it seemed like Cam Ward was clearly like the better quarterback. And again, he's not perfect by any means, but I mean he was just a more polished guy. He brings a massive following. They get you fired. That's why people pass because of these coaches, execs are scared to lose their job. I mean, it's interesting. I wonder actually like exactly what it is. I mean, I heard there was like I don't know if this is even true. I mean, I didn't actually even fact check this. I kind of just took it as if it wasn't true at the time. But like people were saying he was like on his phones and interviews and stuff like that. Again, I don't know if that's real or not. I'm gonna assume it's not unless I like actually fact check that. I mean, that would be a pretty big red flag if that was true. I don't know. There'd be a bunch of reasons why. The funniest part is like, it pretty much seems like the Browns just like drafted, like were forced to draft him. You know, they obviously took Gabriel. By everything I read, like Stefanski, obviously, you know, there's the whole narrative there where you know he just didn't want to like play and give him the practice reps. So it just seemed like Stefanski they did not want Shedeur at all. And it actually, when you looked at him, his reaction, you know, normally they're celebrating on the draft. Stefanski just was like, not, completely unimpressed. It looked like basically the GM had forced, the Browns to draft him. So, I mean, a lot of interesting stuff there. I wish I could know like actually what was going on exactly behind those scenes there. Because I mean, that's like one of the biggest draft falls ever from where the projections were, right? He was a projected first round quarterback for like betting. Maybe like a mid to late, I think by the end of it, right? He was projected to go to the Steelers in the 20s. Look at his college production. One of the most accurate. Yeah, I mean, again, the thing is like he was playing in whatever Denver, or Colorado. So I mean he's gonna have. There's a lot of good quarterbacks with like crazy production. Like I don't look at like. I don't care about like college football like that though, so I mean, I can't speak too much on that. I mean, like Efton Chisholm was like lighting up. Like, hey, he balled out in his one preseason game, but I always get a kick when like there are some dudes that are like going nuts. I think it was Cody Schrader, and like I mean, he's just like tearing up the SEC and just like can't even be an NFL running back. Sometimes I don't know. Yeah, college production doesn't mean. Too much, but he certainly was extremely productive. Did 0 run game, no O-line, Sanders with the offense, an average insane completion percentage. Yeah, I think they ran like literally like 4 receivers like all the time is what I remember hearing in the draft process, right? Seemed like they were just running Horn and Hunter and these other guys there. He'll be very capable of running an offense. He's gonna miss layup. He's not gonna miss layups. Hit open receivers in stride. I mean, hey, like I got a bunch of Browns, so I hope it's true. So do you think? It sounds like you think Shedeur's gonna be the guy for the rest of the season. But what do you think about next season? Right? They're gonna be. I mean, they're gonna earn a top. What are they right now? Top 3 or top 5 pick? I think they have maybe 2-3 wins. I mean, to me, like again, this is a pretty bad quarterback class. All things considered, there's no top guy in this quarterback class. But by the end of the process, there's certainly it seems like we could have one kind of in that 101 range. Or so do you think that they're going to be looking at a new quarterback this season, or do you think they're just going to run Shedeur or sign someone? I mean, I'd be pretty surprised if Shedeur was like the quarterback, man. Personally, I'd be pretty surprised at Gabriel. I don't think Gabriel's gonna be it either. I don't think JJ McCarthy, as a Vikings fan, is gonna be the quarterback for the Vikings next year either. I mean, teams like to move on pretty quick, especially if they get chances to draft quarterbacks. Like they better be certain that they're the dude. Yeah, I mean that's true. Like if they let Kevin go, I mean the one thing I'm not in the Browns space. Stefanski was a Vikings offensive coordinator obviously got a promotion, but like dude, what Stefanski's done there as like a coach, I don't know. I heard a bunch of bad stuff about Stefanski, people not liking him. Like the dude, he's been winning with the freaking Browns. He's completely turned around the Browns roster. I know that they've been a mess as of late, but again, they just haven't had a quarterback, and they got Deshaun Watson to screw him over as you're as you're talking about, and that's hilarious because I forgot Deshaun Watson existed, but someone threw him to me in a deal. And like honestly, looking at that quarterback room, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take him. I'll throw him on the back of my bench because I got some room. But yeah, I have no idea. I don't think Deshaun Watson's the guy next year either. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, shame that Shedeur went there. I mean, at least he's playing then. If you believe in him, it could be in a spot where he wouldn't be able to play at all. Hoping as a Rams fan that you develop him. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Until Stafford was retired, you never know. It's actually an interesting thought. Like I was gonna assume Stafford would retire after this year. I don't see him retiring now, man. I mean, he seems healthy. I remember the back stuff in the preseason. He's like a front runner for MVP now, so would be a good person to learn from at least. But wouldn't be getting the opportunities he's getting right now at least. So yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna hang it up here, Edson. So I appreciate you sticking around and talking some Shedeur. I got if you've seen Joshy on the channel before, so he's like one of our most visited guests here. He's a big Shedeur guy, so I was checking in with him actually of what he thought after the game, and he's pretty big Shedeur guy. He has a bunch of Shedeur in Dynasty. And, I told him, I said, hey, made a couple good plays, some concerning stuff, and he said. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. He actually wasn't too excited about the game because they were taking him out for Wildcat, and again that stuff could be fixed with some more reps and everything. But I was figuring he would have been pretty excited about the game of all things. So we'll have to check in with him on after this Niners game. That'll be a great matchup. So good stream. Appreciate you coming back. I don't know if you're in the Discord, Edson, but if you are, try the balance thing. If you were here when I was talking about that, I think you were. Of just standing and balancing, and then see if you can hold it for 45 seconds. Close your eyes. My mind was blown when I was like the second person ever to do that. It wasn't like some super easy thing, but that's absolutely shocking to me. I wouldn't think of myself of having like good balance at all. So if you're in the Discord, type in the result here. We gotta get this Discord going. This is pretty new. Oh, okay. You played high school quarterback too. Interesting. So yeah, he's like spends his time like clearly, you definitely know more about playing quarterback than I do. My most experience is I played semi-professional Madden. Made a good chunk of change playing some Madden. I don't think that counts as quarterback experience though, unfortunately. Even though I know a good bit about route combos and concepts and everything, but not really in real life though. You said okay. You want to check if you can actually click on our link here in the description, Edson? Because I just replaced it. This one should be good. I don't know what you're watching on, but if you do have Discord on it, just click in the description. Or I can even copy and paste it, actually, for you, as long as that works. If you do need it on... let's see, if you do need it... shoot. Okay, I don't know. You have to go to the description, but if you do need it, I'll just message me on Sleeper and I'll send it to you. Oh, you got ranked Madden 22 top 3. Oh, you're an Ultimate Team guy. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how maybe you're like a big like Madden guy. I haven't played since 2023 was my last like one I legitimately played. Oh, you got the beta next year. Nice. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you before I sign off. And then you're in the court. Perfect. I'm assuming you know like MCS, like Henry and stuff like that. If you're in the Ultimate Team, I've played. I have not played Henry actually, but I played basically all those guys that you're seeing. Like Astro, I think he. I don't know. I don't watch like too much, but I saw he's in the live event. Mr. Football, 88. Again, I don't know if you know these guys or not. John Beast, like all these guys I've played, and not only all these guys I've played, I've beat all these guys, and I don't know if you. Yeah, again, I don't know if you know these guys or what I'm talking about. But if you play, if you know Pavin too, there's literally in like the MCS, like I mean I made the top 64, and in the MCS, in Madden 21, and again I don't know if you know K-Mac. K-Mac's like a big Madden YouTuber. I beat him to get in the top 64, and then I played Pavin, who like in Madden 21 he was like the second best player in the world, and I'm on his YouTube, like. I mean, I didn't get popped, but I got beat by him. He's way better than me. But that was, yeah, I was a pretty big Madden player, and I won over I literally won over 20 grand, which I probably shouldn't say on here because like that's not I didn't pay any taxes on that on PayPal, but yeah, but I played mainly Madden 21 and 23 were my big good years. 22 I didn't really enjoy 22, but I did play it a bit, so yeah. But anyway, all those Madden championships, though, those official EA tournaments, played in those, but like those are not like worth the time. I would basically play it in like franchise. You would think like Ultimate Teams where you would play for money, but like the thing is actually that's not where a lot of these good players would go for like these underground stuff. There was tournaments, of course, but franchise mode, you can get 32 players and you get a massive pot. Like I have a VOD somewhere that I won a $2,800 game. And I won about like $5,000 in this one league. It just in Madden 23 alone. We actually did some fantasy football together as well. But it was a good group of guys, and you could get such big pots. It was so fun, and I was basically just like a shark, like a pool shark, but like Madden shark. I would just go in and literally just like dominate like franchise. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't really become very much fun, and it's a lot of like time spent, and you gotta plan these games out and stuff. So I retired, but it was a good time because COVID and everything kept me entertained, and I just love Madden and football and everything. And you said you average 70% on like win rate on football games. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. And NCAA, you just play 5-out audible routes based off coverage. Okay, yeah. So you're a big 5 wide guy. I'm always a bunch and trips guy. I mean, that's like the big time meta. I mean, sometimes it flips around, but I mean, I would just like air this thing out. I wouldn't run the football like ever, like ever. Maybe on the 1 yard line or something. I'm in. Yeah, I'll if you're in the Discord, I'll see if I can find anything like any video. I'll link you. I'll link you something if you want to watch anything for fun to see me play. But yeah, I think there's a couple videos of like some good players at least playing me. I'll have to track it down if I can remember it. But yeah, it's a lot to play Madden and Ultimate Team. Like if you played Ultimate Team, like I don't spend money on like Ultimate Team, especially if you're good. You can make a lot of coins, but you take like a break for a couple weeks. Your team's like kind of, I mean, it's not like useless, but it's pretty trash. So I don't know. I loved Ultimate Team like way back, like Madden 15 stuff like that when I started playing. But franchise mode, yeah, you don't gotta worry about that stuff. You don't gotta invest like your money. You just put money on yourself basically. And you're a 2K guy, yeah. I've never been a big 2K guy. I played a couple of them. I'm awful. I could like the 1-on-1 2K part. No, like I can't. I don't even know if I've won a game of that ever. I'm just terrible. I don't know basketball like that. But in park, I was just like some big guy, and my buddies were pretty good, and I would just set screens and get rebounds. That's all I can do, unfortunately. That was probably 2K21 actually. I played a little bit at the end, a decent bit by the end of it, and I maybe played like the next year a little bit, like 2K22. I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's pretty funny. In Ultimate Team, you gotta sell all your players before the yeah. I mean you gotta you gotta play the market if you actually want to be smart with your coins. When there's a good promo coming out or something, yeah, you gotta sell them. You gotta, and it sucks because you know whatever. Then you can't play, and yeah, I mean, rarely ever would I buy a pack. I would buy some. I think actually day one, I'd buy a bundle just to get a kickstart off, to be fun at the beginning, especially. But yeah, not a big guy. But I don't know if you know about like they added something new. I think in yeah, it must have been Madden 25 because it was like last year. They added a really cool mode in the Ultimate Team. It's a shame because I just don't like play anymore. But I still played the first week of this year and the first week of last year. And last year because they brought in that switch stick and I was playing the college one before. So in the college one, I was doing like pretty decent. But in the Madden one, like I was just like so locked in for the first week that there's this thing called the Gauntlet, which is like actually the hardest thing ever, or at least it was. I think it still probably would be. You need to win like 10 games in a row. You can afford one loss, but they're all skill based matchmaked. So when you get to like that 10th game, like you're not just like playing some random dude. Like you're playing another guy in his 10th game. Uh, and like again, I've been playing like a lot of franchise. Like I know a lot of the good players, or at least know of them. And I played a guy like my arch nemesis from like a franchise that's really good as well. He played in these tournaments, and I got to play this guy my 10th game on my first. I only played 1 week of like Madden 25 at the beginning, and it basically you get like a card. It was like a 1.5 million Montez Sweat. I got to pop this dude. It was like what like 21-0 or something in the first quarter, 28-0. I got to pop him, get my revenge on this guy, and then yeah, you got like literally it was like over 1.5 million cards coins because you get a card worth that. And you got some other stuff. And then I just never played again, which was pretty funny. But it was pretty fun for that first week. I really liked that mode. I wish that they like brought that in the game earlier because it's if you're good, it's a good way to make some good way to make some coins. But yeah, yeah. Before the break, yeah, your roster would be fried if you didn't sell them. And it's a shame you gotta sell your guys in Ultimate Team, right? Because then you gotta buy them all back, buy the new guys. My God. Yeah, I mean that's what you'd love with Ultimate Team. Yeah, win the Super Bowl felt unreal. You'd have to win all the games and then try to get a first round bye. And, yeah, win those playoff games. Yeah, I mean when I was playing Madden 15, that was the first one. I was no good. Like I was actually no good, but good enough to win a couple Super Bowls or whatever. And I remember my buddy that like he's no good at video games. Like we had this like big. I mean we're like 15 or something. Like this big like sleepover. We're gaming out. And anytime I just like think of Madden Super Bowl, I always think of this. He was like handing me his control and then play it, man, play it. Like he's so like nervous and like he doesn't even want to play his own Super Bowl. And I won him his first one. He was super pumped. But yeah, I mean the best thing after too is when you win the Super Bowl and then you get the packs. I don't even think the packs are ever like that good. But if you win a Super Bowl and you get a nice pack, I mean, nothing feels better than that. So yeah, I felt pretty good at getting that like Montez Sweat, whatever, 1.5 million card, and then like yeah, I mean I maybe played like one more day after that, which is hilarious. But I don't know. My love for Madden is just not there, unfortunately. Used to be a lot of fun, but I don't know. I think I played like maybe a couple games this year on online. Hey, dude, we could play. Actually, I'd be interested to play Edson if you want to have some fun. I mean, I haven't really played again like in a couple of years, but like could be some fun then. I'd be down to do that. Yeah, exactly. You're like all Madden or whatever the rankings are now. Yeah, yeah, you get some good rewards. I actually love like the Madden squads. This guy in chat, I don't know if you've seen him. Coda, I think in here. That's actually how I play Dynasty with him in a bunch of leagues now, and he's in chat here. But I actually met him playing Madden, and we play a lot of squads together in years past. And those like MUT squad, like those are fun, man. And the thing is, like you can lose to. It was always so frustrating. That's what I liked about it is like I would play that because people would be not like good at the game in the sense that like I'd be used to of like. I mean, they just would have like this one or two plays that like you would never see in a normal game because now you have two players and they'd be running this like completely just like glitch stuff and like lead blocking with a user, and it would be super difficult, but it would be super fun to then just like pump those guys and like you've never, and I don't like play a lot of squads, so then I ended up kind of getting into some good squads every year. It feels like playing with Kodem locking in. It would just be fun to like I don't know try and bully the squad streets there. It's just always fun to play with someone too. Oh, okay. Hey, you say you'd be down. I mean, hey, we'll link. Yeah, I got your sleeper. We'll link in the Discord. When we get a chance here, we'll see if we can run a game for fun. That'd be awesome. Fantasy question: how we feeling about Scary Terry? Hold, dynasty or redraft? I mean, I'm assuming you're saying dynasty. If you're saying hold, right? Your redraft deadline's probably gone. I gotta assume that's what you're asking. And yeah, if it is Dynasty, I don't own any. I actually don't own any Scary Terry. So I mean, I gotta think for a moment, but I would say he's absolutely hold, right? I mean, what are you gonna get for him, right? Like, I can't imagine anyone's out there sending much, and you might not get anything this year. Yeah, Dynasty. So yeah, I mean, he's got to be a hold. Like, unless you can get some no-brainer. I think. I mean, Dan and I are pretty good for this. Is the thing is, it's like sometimes the answer is hold, but there might be a reason you need to or you want to get off of someone like Terry. And if you are like, you need to get creative, right? And like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something on the spot here without like looking at my phone and pulling up players. But like, you need to find something that like someone will actually accept right now, but like has such an obvious like upside to that other package you're getting. I'm just trying to think of like what that could be. Like it would be like, can you get like if you like Tootin, or can you get like Tootin and see if he can break out, and can you get something on top? Like, I mean, how can you get Tootin like 2/3 or something like that? Like I don't know. I mean, you might be missing on that production right now if Terry comes back or next year. But if Tootin can be the back, I mean, he's going to be worth at least Scary Terry. Obviously, much younger. A couple picks on top. You got to try to find something that's like not scoring points, something that you like. That's how you would move off a guy like that. Again, Dan and I can get pretty creative finding something that other managers would actually, trade for a guy. So. Like a guy like right now, I mean, again, I don't think you're going to get this for Scary Terry without him coming back, but like a guy that people might actually be willing to trade as long as they're not a complete truther is like Luther Burden's not scoring any points. It's been a long time. I'm not like some diehard Burden guy at all. I actually don't even like have like one share of Burden, but I still think he's a really strong buy. He's not scoring any points, right? Like, can you just turn some like veteran junk into him? Like if you're a failed contender, can you turn Devontae Adams into him? Heck, you might be able to get a plus on top. So, yeah. And you're saying the deuce with the Pee Wee, the Pop Warner offense. Yeah, I mean the RPOs are like there's always that one. The RPO wheel bubble is like the most broken play in the game. I mean I figured out finally how to stop it. You gotta like pass commit in cover 4 for some reason, but yeah, I mean those RPOs in squads, they start running routes with those RPOs and then slinging it 60 yards down. Like it makes no sense. Those RPOs are so broken. And then they were bringing those RPOs where you can like take it with the quarterback. Like before it used to be okay, you run or pass, but now it's like the quarterback run option as well. Those were broken. I mean, I remember there was a play. Maybe it was in 22 or 23 or something. Like, oh my god, I'm having nightmares of that play. And you got stacked with JD5. Edson, you're hating on Tootin, man. He's terrible. Come on. I mean, I love me some Tootin. I love me some Tootin, but he's just got everything you're looking for as far as just like explosiveness. He can catch the ball, which he hasn't been actually doing in this backfield. But I mean, ETN might just not re-sign. I don't know. I think it's a decent chance of him doing that. So the main thing is like I love anything that's any handcuff that's got like a clear explosive skill set, can catch the football, has like a guy like ETN or whatever, like Ramondre ahead of them, and is on a contract year. I mean, there's a lot of things leading to beyond just Tootin as the player to why I like him so much in Dynasty. And before getting hurt, he kind of took that backfield over, so we'll see. It went back in ETN's favor, but yeah, I'm on the Tootin train, baby. You're thinking of packaging Terry with a Diggs or Njoku and turn over your roster, go upside in youth? Yeah, I mean, like, if that's where your roster's at and you need to do that, right? I mean, again, I don't know if you're contending this year. If you're not, like, I can't guarantee Luther Bird and guys like that are gonna work out. I mean, you could always just go for picks. I mean, I love me some picks. You should see Dan and I's like pick column, even on contenders. Like we love stacking up picks. But I mean, if you can get like Burden and picks, and I'm just bringing up Burden because he's not scoring points, so someone will actually trade him. If you don't like Burden, don't trade for him. But it's just whatever. Any rookie you believe in is a good, or it could be a second year player, of course, but a young player not scoring or a little bit disappointing that you do believe in is always a great option combined with picks. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing that, by the way, I would be careful about the picks back. See, in a league like yours, you definitely have to prefer trying to get these like seconds and getting less picks. Okay, you want to get a lot of picks, but you got to be careful about it because you only have 13 bench spots. Again, I'm used to like Dan and I we'll literally get like 15 draft rookie picks. Like heck, sometimes Dan has like 20 plus rookie picks. He'll take anything, and it seems like they just teleport onto his roster the way he's able to just kind of squeeze them out. But it's because we have roster room for those, right? If you don't have roster room for those, which you don't with 13 bench spots, you gotta be careful moving some. So, yeah, I mean, picks good. Would recommend doing it, but yeah, it would be one of the ones where I'm valuing quality of picks more than the quantity. Where in some of the leagues that Dan and I play in, like Listener League, I'm okay just getting a lot of like random picks later than caring about like how good they are. And then you need a guy to bite. You don't know if it's worth losing those guys. Yeah, I mean, they can be useful next year, but like, I mean, if they are, and I don't know, like, I guess I can't really see like exactly where roster's at, but I wouldn't be like too worried, especially with a guy like Diggs. Like, I would not be worried about like moving on from him. I'm buying him on contenders and stuff, but I would not be like too worried. I mean, if he produces more, it is what it is. As long as you get something fair for him right now, right? Dancing here saying LMAO. Look, Edson and I got off. I was even saying I'm gonna sign off, but we got talking Madden somehow. We were talking a ton of Madden and Shedeur Sanders and all this stuff. I'm gonna hang it up after reading the last few things here, but we're having a good chat. And let's see. So quarters is what? Oh, okay. Wait, that's what you run as a base defense. Yeah, I mean quarters is always pretty good. This thing, there's always these like beaters for quarters though. Like I mean, there's a bunch of match beaters. Like I had, it depended on the year, but man, like quarters, like you bring that into just like the streets of head to head ultimate team. Like you could dominate people with some quarters. I ran some this crazy defense like at Madden 21. This was like the most hell defense ever. Like you ran like quarters, but with like zone drops, which makes no sense at all. But like your safeties would literally match even though you had zone drops on, which is not how like the match principle would work. And like in Madden 21, the zone coverage was so good that like you would basically like you could adjust out of it. But like, dude, this coverage was legendary. Like people just had no idea what they were playing against because they would see quarters and they'd be trying to throw corner routes and throwing right on your throwing right to your corner. I mean, what a coverage that was. Ran a lot of that. And Tootin has everything other than actually being good football. What's this Tootin hate? This is crazy. We're not accepting any Tootin hate out here, dude. He's a baller. He's a baller, man. Come on. You've had to pivot to a rebuild. You sent Amon-Ra for your first and Waddle back. Yeah, I think you asked a question about that one. And you're shooting the other one-on-one. I think you did shoot a question on that one time about here, and we said get that pick back and Waddle, I believe. But yeah, I do like that. I mean, dude, if you get that at the one-on-one, that's a big win, big win. So a guy like Diggs and Terry has some value just because they can. When you love, I mean, hey, yeah, is that the thing? Like I do remember this. You were saying the consolation bracket. You win it and you get the 101. So like, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, yeah, okay, you got to keep those guys, I guess, and try to win Jeremiah Love. I mean, if that's, yeah, I do remember you saying that now. There we go. And then you're saying core is JD5. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you were saying this before. Yeah, JD5, Stroud, Gibbs, Laporta, Waddle. You got your hopefully 101. Hopefully you can win that. Who's a constellation bracket winner? I'm trying to think. Henderson. You don't have him, but maybe Gibbs could be a constellation bracket winner. Dan said, you've been listening the whole time in bed. Was laughing at the comment about picks teleporting onto his teams. I mean, it's true, man. Like, the picks, I don't... They just teleport on your roster. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of picks on those, and then I'll look at like yours, and I'm like, dude, like, what the hell? Like, how does this guy have so many thirds and fourths? It's quarters as a base, and you just and the guy you're facing, yeah, it's just because like quarter, like because like match, it's like hard to like, kind of adjust on a match because like what are you gonna do, like just shade down or something or like change your line, but you can do crazy stuff with like like zone drops. I mean, like. I don't know. People, it was a pretty, like, especially like Madden 21. That was like I mean, I only played against a handful, literally like a handful of people that were doing it, and they were like best in the world, and that's how I learned it. I stole it from them basically. Just like when I figured out what they were doing, it was such a confusing coverage. And when I've played Madden recently, I've ran that a bit, but the coverage is just like defense is so bad in the new games that. I mean, that's kind of what makes it like not fun anymore. It's too easy to score points, but you have Judkins. Oh yeah, you have Judkins as well. Man. Again, Dan, if you're in here, the one Judkins or the one Henderson I bought because that's what I think of when we were talking about Judkins here. I had a Judkins share, and there's one of these because I bought a few Henderson, but I bought one after week 2. Thinking that whatever happened when Henderson broke out would happen in week 3. They said, okay, well, the backs are going to be different. And Judkins was coming off a good, I think he played in week 2, right? And then he had an okay game. It was like perfect. I could sell Judkins, who you could not do anything with all summer. I was so happy. And a guy was willing to swap Judkins and Henderson. So I would get Henderson. And all I had to give him was Dylan Sampson and JCM on top. And, JCM, very hot name. I was, like, pumped that I could basically, just, like, turn the Browns' backfield in JCM and Henderson. That trade could have, like, I mean, think about it at its peak with JCM going off. That aged so badly. Lucky it was, like a good team. I just didn't need to, like, start Henderson. Otherwise, I might have killed myself with like, needing Judkins or, heck, JCM on the team. And then I thought about this like recently. I'm like, dude, like I think I just want Henderson now. So I mean, it ended up being a really bad trade because in the prime I could have sent all that stuff for. Oh yeah, I did get a third back at least to cross off whatever one of Sampson or JCM. I guess JCM's like maybe he's worth a third now or something. I don't know, but that was such an interesting trade. Yeah, thankfully I let it just like play out, but still a bad trade regardless. I mean, I could have done much better than that if I didn't trade for him, but I had to take my shot, my boy Henderson. Thinking they would play him more than a few snaps. My God, what a year it's been for him. You say also, and actually, you tell me, Edson, what do you think between is this what you would say, Judkins and Henderson are about even? Okay, I was just about to ask you that. I do think they're about even for what people would say. What I would say personally, and probably just bias off Henderson, I would say though, like I would clearly prefer Henderson, especially with seeing the workload he got this time. Right or wrong, I just want the guy catching the passes, better offense. Like Judkins is amazing. He might actually just clearly be a better running. Like he's actually phenomenal. Like watching him play in real life, he just doesn't catch passes, and he's on the Browns. So, I think I just don't like him as much as like the market does. Even though he's good and actually can still score points because of it, I would like him way more in redraft than dynasty. Like even as like that sounds like really backwards, but I don't know. I'll have to wait for Judkins a moment for him to go down or whatever, get hurt or something, and maybe I'll add some Judkins because that I sent my only one of him for Henderson. You say. Also, Madden, yeah, important to match formations. Yeah, I mean, like personnel, right? I mean, you can't be running, you'd be getting like weak boxed. Yeah, when people come out in like 2022, I mean, you can't just come out the way that they changed it. I think, especially in Madden 21, they did that. You can't run like dime personnel against like heavy personnel, otherwise you just get pancaked. That was actually a big strategy at Madden 21. Was like you could kind of audible around and try to weak box people. It was called. So they come out in 22. Yeah. Don't overthink it. JCM not relevant, and Sampson just check his handcuff. And that's what I was thinking. I mean, JCM was not just irrelevant when I made. He was super relevant when I made that trade. But in my head, I'm like, okay, like this is like. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you were selling him at this price to swap at the time, what I thought was the difference between Henderson and Judkins, like, I thought that was a really good trade. Yeah, turned out not to be until now. But I'm happy at the end of the day. I would rather time it well and, like, not do that trade in week 3 thinking things would have worked out, like right away. Ultimately, it would be more optimal if I could have, I don't know, week 7 or something. My God, can you imagine the return I could have got for Judkins popping off and Henderson bad? But again, that opened up some other opportunities at least to buy some other Henderson's cheap. So, so you're worried about Henderson's wear? I mean, he doesn't have I don't know. I mean, if Dan and I were going over, I don't think he had a very big injury history on running backs, and like honestly, like my thing with running backs is like anything can happen. Like literally, you just look at Scadabo, who's like I know people said, oh, Scadabo's gonna get hurt, but they're talking about like his neck. I mean, his ankle just flips backwards on some random play. Like, he had one injury in college. He missed like one game, or I believe it was one game. It was a shoulder injury. It didn't seem like it was. Maybe it was more than one game. Maybe it was like a somewhat thing, but it wasn't like a season ender or anything. Cam Scadabo had like no injury history, and then just his ankle just flips backwards and he's out for the year. So like honestly, these running backs, like I'd be worried about everyone. Sure, be worried about Henderson. I'm worried about JT. I'm worried about CMC. I'm worried about Bijan. I mean, it's not like how did Brees tear his ACL in his rookie year? Just dominating. I think someone's helmet or maybe just took a wrong step. I don't know. Too much can happen on the football field for me to like legitimately be worried, especially like when Henderson. I mean, he hasn't even been hurt in the NFL yet. I guess there's like maybe a couple scenarios where guys like legitimately cannot be on the field. I think Dan and I were talking about one earlier. Treylon Burks, like that guy cannot stay on the field at all. Well, Judkins, he is a bell cow, but maybe for like half PPR, that makes it much closer. But is he like? He's got to be just scoring so many touchdowns. I mean, we've seen him really slow down, right? Like 11 points per game he was at least before last week. Again, he's a rookie and all this stuff, but yeah, I mean, as soon as Henderson gets the work, like the volume, you just see like what he can do with it. I know he's breaking all these runs, and he can score touchdowns too. He can take a big workload, and but he also those passes are such a good floor. So I just love that. Yeah, I mean, you're bringing up a good point though with the Samson. That's Dan's big guy. I have a few Samsons as well, and like, I mean, I wouldn't make it. I would still just rather have Henderson over, like, still both those guys. But if Judkins gets hurt, like Samson's an awesome handcuff, and I think it's one of those situations where like, yeah, Jerome Ford's there, and like, he's gonna like, maybe he doesn't like fully leapfrog him, but he's gonna leapfrog Jerome Ford. Like Samson's like the real handcuff there that you want, and he gets the passing and stuff like that. And who knows if Jerome Ford's on the team next year? So it is a bonus to Judkins for sure. I mean, I go as far as say as like it might not be that big of a down. I mean, it might be an upgrade. Like seriously, it might be an upgrade to go from Judkins to Samson. As crazy that sounds for fantasy, again, just because you see what Samson can do with the rock in his hand, like he can actually. I mean, earn it. Like he had like 8 targets his first week. Like, pass catching is just so important. So, I mean, obviously Judkins is better, but just off PPR scamming, like Samson could at least like get in the range of matching him. Again, like if it's 11 points per game, I think Samson could do better than that. Because again, it's a bad offense and there's a lot of PPR scam options there, but. Yeah, it is a rare rookie handcuff. Don't see that very often. I'm trying to think of another example. I literally can't even think of a rookie running back handcuff example. All right, well I'm gonna sign it off here. Appreciate you, Ed. So Dan might be listening still. Who knows? He's probably figured out ways to make draft picks teleport on his team again, but I'm gonna sign off here. You have a good night. Thanks for everyone for joining. Ended up probably being a pretty big stream, but yeah, we'll catch you on Saturday.